hardly American in this Indian. Baby, copper color Indians, baby. A real Indian, American Indian is me, not from Africa. Remember that.
White people are scared to death right now, particularly white males. They're scared to death that they are going to lose their power in the future. And they are. But if you want
African Americans here, but they recently moved here from places like Kenya, Ethiopia, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Zaire. But now the brother whose family's lived in this country for generations, occupying space in all the locations, New York, Miami, LA, Detroit, Chicago, even if he's wearing a dashiki and sporting an afro. And if you go to Africa in search of your race, you'll find out quick you're not an African American. You're just a black American in Africa taking up space.
And we are not Africans. We are not African. Are you an African, baby? I'm not no African. Look at you.
Yeah. Conscious. Matic. Alright, so far where I come from. I sit and wonder about the times that it made sense. But nowadays I don't worry about what's past tense. My younger days I used to hang around with mad friends. If we just fell out, I don't really know what happened. A lot of people come around and keep you stagnant, distraction. So yeah, don't show them no compassion. We was really out here grinding, really rapping, stacking them Franklins, them Grants, and them Jacksons. Imagine if we would've never chased our passion. We probably would've never knew what happened. They was all just talk, we showed action. Once they leave, don't you let them back in. Just pack up all their stuff and send them packing. I'm blacking on anybody thinking they could act up with me. This vibe ain't for free, cause where I'm at in life, I'm only focused on me. Note the self, know yourself, focus on your health. They don't wanna help, then fuck it, do it by yourself. Don't give them no excuse to put you on the shelf. If it's me, myself, and I, then it's no one else. Yeah. Self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Love yourself.
Yeah, practice what you preaching, but clearly they not practicing entitlement and pride. Yeah, those two things they factor in. Spiral out of control just from all the bantering. When they accustomed to talking behind your back with all that chattering. I remove myself before I abuse myself. Talk about self-love, but you gotta do it yourself. Yeah, I won't act too good for no help. We all healing now. Said some things about me that ain't true. How you feeling now? Even at my lowest, they tried to find a way to bring me down. Big y'all up for years, ain't talking just the brand or the sound. I don't throw things around, I do it from the heart proud. Mama just wanna see her sunshine, removing them dark clouds.
Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Love yourself.
Oh my goodness, y'all would not believe what happened. When I was supposed to go on at 3:15 or whatever, I had to call the damn Geek Squad. I don't know what happened, but I had to uninstall this program that I had on my computer. I don't need it anyway. I'm straight. And I apologize. I was supposed to have been here an hour ago. And Ab going live. I know you're like, what the hell? But smash the like button, y'all. So I didn't even let everybody don't even know I'm live. So I need y'all to help me by smashing the damn. It's 27 in here. And oh, wait. Hey, Lady Moon. Hey, smash the like button, y'all, please. And share. I don't know what happened. Usually it's more people in here by now. But Lady Moon, Yanita Ya, Lily Ya, Derek, D. Allen Warren, Carlos X, Stephanie Burke, George Witcher, Darius Matthews. I'm so sorry that I'm late, y'all. I swear I'm sorry. It's only 25 damn people in here. Oh well. But anyway, so hey Empress, Freedom Feather, peace. So hey Tony, hey y'all. So it is what it is, y'all. Hey Bronze Tiger, with your troublemaking behind. Lady Moon. Hey, so I listen, hold up. I got one thing that I gotta let up in this piece, y'all. I have a right to lust, long as I don't touch. So let me go and get it. I'm going to get it. I gotta go get it. Where is it? Uh I think I put it under here. Oop, I did. So, oh yes, I did, honey. So my question to y'all is, all right, all this talk about forming a government, right? We got that going on. And you're forming a government, so the government's formed. So um uh what you gonna do about the invasion of our land? I mean, if Pookie, Ray Ray, and Lil Man ain't gonna do it, then I'm just gonna vote for Trump. Y'all leave me with no options. Are you gonna do anything about our border problem? Seriously. I'm talking about this generation going down right now. How come? If Why would I not vote for Trump if you're not going to do nothing about the invasion of our land? Trump said he's going to do a whole bunch of goddamn deporting. So my thing is, if if we have brave men right now out on the streets, why are y'all not doing anything about the out of control border? What are we waiting for? I mean, like, really beginning to. I'm really beginning. Okay, this is why I say I don't know if this blood still resides or has been passed down. Uh, when I see shit like this, okay, let me let me share to you. I'm gonna bring this back to your attention. I'm look. I'm ready for the smoke today. Bring it. I want it. I have tough skin. Forget all about that. I'm a female. Put your religious belief aside and forget that my ass is a female. Right now, I'm duding you. I got thick skin for any nigga that come up on this panel or female. All right. I want to know what happened to our men with the bloodlines that created these damn signs. Because see, white people created these signs too. No colors, you know. So we created ours. See, we serve whites only. No Spanish or Mexicans. White people put these signs up. No colors. And all right, we put these signs up. Our own signs up. Colored only, no whites allowed. Colored only, no whites allowed. This is in 1930. My grandmother was not even born yet. She was born in 1931. All right. Uh, so when we're saying this and these signs are up, this literally means to me, no goddamn foreigners. No foreigners. So what are you waiting for? Where's that bloodline that was able to bravely do that? Where's the bloodline at? If you got that bloodline, why are you not exercising it? Why are there foreign restaurants in your community? I'm just asking these questions. Why are the borders out of control? Why are you not there like your ancestors were? I'm talking to this generation, born in the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. Because if you was born in the 2000s, you're grown now. Where's all that warrior spirit? Where did it go? See, my air is still here. So if y'all not going to stop the borders from being out of control, then I got to vote for Trump in 2024 because he's going to stop it. What's your problem about not stopping it? What is your excuse? I mean, every day we shoot and kill each other like we're just roaches running around. So where's the bravery to stop the border control? Remember, you have a government. I'm calling you out, Ali Muhammad. And I love Ali Muhammad. That's my brother. But bruh, you be bragging about your damn government. What the fuck you gonna do about the border? Don't tell me that it's not your problem because you're an aboriginal. You're aboriginal to the fucking landmass. So why aren't you at the fucking border stopping them from coming up in here? Answer that question, Ali Muhammad. And don't be calling me no bitch because I will fight you. But I'm just asking you. I'm not picking on you. I'm not calling you out because you know I love your channel. And you need to give me a fucking wrench in your chat room, Ali Muhammad. I don't know what the fuck you waiting for, but you need to give me a fucking wrench in your chat room. But I want to know why, Ali Muhammad, you got a governor, man. And you look real foolish if you come and say the border control is not your problem. You're going to look real stupid because it is, because you're indigenous. This your land and you got a government. Why the fuck you ain't at the border? Nation of Islam, why y'all not at the fucking border? Hold up. I'm not leaving no motherfucking body out. I'm not just saying Ali Muhammad. I'm talking about y'all motherfuckers. Why y'all not at the border? Farrakhan, you called a bunch of niggas to D.C. You should have sent them to the goddamn borders. Fuck a Million Man March. Why they not down at the border stopping the out of control borders? More niggas out here than in the army. Y'all niggas done walked around New York already, and New York big as hell. Why y'all asses ain't at the border? What the hell going on? Marching around in New York for nothing. Why are your asses not at the border? There's the border right there. They coming. And y'all, what y'all doing? Marching around in New York? You come when one old 90-year-old man call you. This brother is turning over in his goddamn grave right now. Y'all niggas still walking around 5% of asses. Y'all walking around. Oh, y'all got big balls. I'm God. I'm God. I self-law. I'm God. All right. Get to the fucking border. We need you to protect the land. What you waiting for? Y'all leave me no choice but to vote for Trump. I'm going to have to. Y'all won't even go and look at the fucking border. I mean, if you went down there to the border like this, that would make a big difference. Farrakhan, I challenge you. Good luck on your lawsuit, by the way. I don't even want to fucking talk about that because I could write down how many times. I can't even write how many times I've been discriminated against. I still got the papers. Fuck your lawsuit right now. Why have you not had a million men meet your ass at the border? You ain't even got to show up. You could come on a live YouTube channel and speak to everybody since you're geriatric now. Send them all to the border to help the soldiers. See, I wish homeboy wasn't in jail. I'm for real. I wish this homeboy wasn't in jail because I know I could talk him into getting some niggas to meet me to come to the border. I know what to do to Pookie. Don't be fucking hating either. And Bobby Knight, don't bring your ass over here hating. You or Bro Sanchez, I will get y'all both. Don't be hating. Because, see, this is my era right up here. Don't be jealous of Pookie. Don't be hating. This is my era up here. I know if he wasn't locked down, I could get him to help me get some people to the border. Don't be hating. Because this is my era. That's why I told Lucky ass to send his daddy. Big Meech. See, I need a Big Meech up in this bitch. Tell me we don't make a good tag team. Don't be hating. Because if he wasn't locked up, I'll go right to Chicago. I'll be like, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk to you for a minute? Bobby, you know what? Give me a minute. Because I'm going to come for your ass, Bobby, because you're a hater. I'm going to come for your ass right now. I'll be right back. Let me just go take a ladies break. I knew I should have peed first. Give me a minute, y'all. I promise I'll be back in 2 minutes. Because I'm about to shut Bobby Knight ass down with his jealous ass. Give me a minute, y'all.
Time's been moving slowly, so we already in too deep. Can't get no sleep on each other, heavy teasing all day, and when the sun sets, you asking me to come through, kick it with you. Night turn to morning dew, then you let's face it, baby, you know all the places. My place is your place, my place, your place, my place. Just face it, no one knows my places like you do. Your places like I do. My place like you do. Baby, don't stop. Got the key to the lock. We in our own zone. Make yourself at home. Get to know.
All right, y'all. Sorry about that. But I know. Smash that damn like button, y'all. Because I got to get y'all Negroes straight and let you know why I'm not just going to go head on and vote for Trump. Because y'all niggas got all this mouth on YouTube, and Smoke probably come up here and smoke me out too, but I don't care. Y'all talk all this shit about meeting each other and pulling up. Niggas from the north talking about they gonna pull up in the west and shit. And niggas in the west talking about they gonna pull up in the north and shit. Why don't y'all niggas pull up to the motherfucking border? See, if Big Meech wasn't locked up, I'll be right on his ass in a whole different way. Because Big Meech is my era. And yes, if I was back in the day, I'll snatch that nigga up. I know I'd be sharing with him for a few bitches, but I'll be the only one in Connecticut that have him. I don't give a fuck about the other states and chicks he got in other states. But Big Meech is my kind of Meech. I'm telling you right now. And I know that I would be able, and don't be hating. See, I can feel the energy and the hate in the chat room already. Because y'all know that nigga a bad motherfucker. You know he bad. And they got Abu locked up. See, Top Cats had a dickathon going on his channel like last year and stuff when he was in Dubai. My nigga ain't even in Dubai. He locked up. The feds got him. Free Meech, god damn it. Free Meech. Free Big Meech. Because see, if they, listen, if Big Meech was not locked up, and I know y'all motherfucking haters out there, especially Bobby Knight. That's why his ass popped up in the chat room. See, that's the shit that shake a nigga up and make him wake up and pop up in your damn chat room. All you got to do is throw Big Meech up in that bitch. Y'all see that action right there? I ain't even know the nigga was watching. But I threw Big Meech up there and look what happened. Look what happened. That's a badass Pookie right there. Whoa. Y'all know what? That's the Pookie. That's that Pookie right there. That's Pookie. Free Big Meech. Listen, my little ass is way here in Connecticut. And you talking about some even more intense community work. Free Big Meech. My ass would fly out to Chicago. I ain't never been on an airplane. That'll be the first motherfucking time I fly out and meet Big Meech and say, boo. I look, I want to be your boo. I'll be straight like that. I'll be straight like that. I'll walk right up to that motherfucker and tell him, look, I want to be your boo. I don't give a fuck who his woman is. I don't care. I'll walk right up to him, yo. I want to be your boo. Oh, and he's going to agree. There will be no disagreeing. Wait, hold up, yo. I gotta make sure Willie eating because I don't want nothing to happen to me. Hold up. He's still in jail. Okay, I'm straight. So you know what? As a matter of fact, I don't have a criminal record. So I'm going to write him a letter in prison. I'm going to write Big Meech a letter. Why y'all hating? Bobby, you're hating ass. You know what? I'm going to write Big Meech a letter. I got his real name. I can get his inmate number. I'm going to write him a fucking letter. The hell with his little son. I'm going to pop little Meech ass upside his head. I want your daddy. But If that nigga was out and he wasn't in jail, and I'm doing the work that I'm doing now, I'll fly straight to fucking Chicago or whatever his hell he at, Atlanta, I don't care. I walk right up in the club to his ass boldly. Because I'm bold as hell. And I get aggressive with who I want to get aggressive with. Now I'm funny like that. I really am, because I don't like nobody touching me. But I can't help it for my mindset. If I want you and I want to talk to you, I'm coming to you. I don't give a fuck. First of all, I'm confident. I know I'm cute. That's obvious. So, me, don't y'all be hating now. I will fly my ass out to Atlanta, Chicago, and find out where that motherfucker is hanging out, what club he hanging out in. And I will literally walk right up to Big Meech and say, I'm from the North. I want to be your boo. What's up? He not going to deny me. First of all, he going to freak the fuck out. And he going to be too fucking scared to say no. Because if he don't, I'm going to turn around and leave. And you know he going to catch me before I get out the door. Like, wait a minute. I don't know. I better. He going to be too scared to say no. I don't take rejection. I'm going to stand at the door until he bring his ass out and see what the fuck I want. I'm keeping it very real. So, free Big Meech. I'm going to write him a letter because I can write him a letter. There's no reason why I can't write Demetrius a letter. And I'm going to send him my picture and tell him I'm going to wait because I think he got, a few more years left. I'm going to write him in the letter that I would like to be his boo. And yes. And if he write me back, I'm going to show you he wrote me back and I'm going to read that shit. But I got to see what the letter going to say first. I know I'm going to have to blank some shit out in the letter. I know he ain't got no damn woman because he's locked up. And I know he ain't getting no controversial visits. He ain't getting none of them from me. I don't do that shit. But I'm going to be his boo when he come out. Now, I'm going to open the piano and let Bobby's hating ass up here so he can say what he got to say. Because I'm going to shut his little ass down. Because Bobby ain't at no fucking border doing nothing. If this your land, then you should be at the border. If none of y'all niggas in the chat ain't at the border, I have no choice but to vote for Trump. Now, all y'all niggas and y'all chicks, y'all could come up here. I could take it. I got thick skin. So bring your hating ass up here right now and keep on fucking hating. Because if this brother was not in prison, he would be at the border. Facts. So I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to get your asses up here. Because I know y'all got some smoke. And I want to hear it, even from the sisters. And Ali Muhammad, if you got something to say, you could come and say it too. But you need to give me a fucking wrench. Your ass is Aboriginal. You got a government. What you going to do about the fucking borders? That's my question. Now, I'm putting y'all ass on blast because I'm telling you why I'm going head on and vote for Trump. And you know what? I'm about to call up the Republican Party and tell them to put my ass on the ticket. I'm a campaign because y'all niggas ain't doing nothing. I got to get the white boy to do something about the fucking border. So let me see. Let me give y'all a little something. Oh, yeah. I got to give Big Meech his bombs. Boo that baby. God damn me. Damn. Goodness. The hell with y'all hating asses. He get bombs anytime from me. This boo right here, he gets all the motherfucking bombs. God. Oh. Oh. All right. Y'all, I'll give y'all a few minutes. Let me get this goddamn link up. Y'all little hating niggas. I'm ready for y'all now. Come say what you want, Bobby, with your hating ass, because you the first hater that I mentioned. So I'll wait. I will wait. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah. These are my memoirs. Light up a cigar, smoke up the memories as I sit and dust them off. Why do people say it's just to piss you off? Ignore them, no call button and then dress too par. Now they can't test the guard, had to defy the odds. It only get tougher back then. We thought times was hard. Told them don't write me off. Told them don't type at all. To all the ones that gave up, this a reply to y'all. That wavy haired kid that you knew been on a tear since. The cries was lower than the laughter now that I'm hearing. The praise for staying committed to something they played with. It was always about us, it's never about who's your favorite. Took my insecurities and made my future more secure. The way we moving, it's like we really been here before. The proof is in the progress from the year before. Furthermore, we wanted to further things more. They took another route, so what you think we kings for? No angel ever said, yo, who these wings for? Ain't no champion ever said, who these rings for? So don't question what God doing, who you live for. Start accepting who you are and what you do it for. Doing less, doing more, it's really either or. Meet them halfway when one close, here go another door. Here go your dreams, what you running for? Head full of steam, cause you want it, huh? But it's in your genes, you was born a star.
All right, Bamu. Let me have it. What kind of hate? What you hating about Big Meech? Go ahead with your hating ass. Come on.
You triggered a nigga when you seduced me with King Sis. You already know that, right?
Well, that's all right.
So
I
when, when you
look.
threw King Sis in the mix, you know you threw me a loop. But even
Yo,
if we were in jest discussing this, and I'm not hating on Big Meech, whether it's Ali Muhammad or, by the way, let's break this two ways. Obviously, this is two tiers to it. I think
okay.
his Sun Village is in California, isn't it? Something like that. Which he would also
Yeah.
beg off his brother. I think his brother is supposedly actually leading whatever the government is that's there. They would
Whose
need to
brother?
show up at the board. I thought it was Ali Muhammad's blood brother.
Oh,
I
his
don't know.
is
Anyone
he?
in the
Oh, his
chat
older
there.
brother.
Yeah, someone can correct me if I have the facts in error. But here's what
Oh,
I'm suggesting if we're really seriously discussing this. They have to show up on the border of California and down in San Diego. You feel me? On Tijuana. So they would have to start in their backyard and show that they're serious. I'm just responding
facts.
to your requests first. Secondly, I've been in out of San Antonio and Eagle Pass is a total different beast that people keep watching in the TV. They have federal charges being brought up against the wheelchair governor. That
Who?
concertina wire, I forgot the name of the group, but it's, this stuff is going to be played out over time because you know how it goes when it winds through the courts. But him putting the razor wire out there and they showing babies being cut and bloodied over that shit,
Oh
you
God.
know,
Come on, let's
this
get
type
back
of
to the
stuff
important
gets,
stuff.
uh,
I, you coming up here, Mr. Boomer. Matter of fact, my mother supposed to be coming on here. Y'all brace yourself.
oh, she is.
I gotta
Great.
call her up. You
I
ain't
get
gonna
to I
like it.
get to be I
She's
get
gonna
to run with
embarrass
the
you.
queen mother's
Yo,
mother.
she's going to embarrass you. Matter of fact, I gotta get him on the phone. I gotta get him on the
Oh,
phone now and see what the hell gonna go down. Um.
grandmother queen gonna mix it up with us. That would be so
Oh
nice.
boy. Oh boy.
That would
I gotta
be
man. I might have to kick her off the panel because my mother is raw. You gonna see where I get it from. She has a horrible mouth.
oh
I gotta call my sister now.
that would be lovely personally for me
I'm
if
gonna
there
see
was a
what they
vote
gonna
being
do.
taken. That would be lovely. But on a serious tip, though, on the federal level, we would have to be negotiating with our brothers and sisters under our roof that are in the military and are in the customs, the border and customs, etc., because it's a federal responsibility to defend our borders from foreign invasion. You see? So these games being played by the governors, whether it's DeSantis or Abbott, they're doing political stunts, and I don't care whether it's to attempt to embarrass Jim Crow, Uncle Jim Crow Joe. But people can't dismiss the requirement and the responsibilities on Uncle Sam and the federal level for addressing this issue. Now, I'm not saying this to pass the buck. I'm saying we need to be intelligent about this when we're discussing it, and then we need to address it specifically to where it should be done, because that's the part of, in the Constitution, promote the general welfare and provide the common defense. See, that's constitutional. You see what I mean, Queen Mother?
I do.
So a lot of times, and this what's really frustrating to me is about these chicken bone sucking preachers who then continue to participate in dumbing down the congregation and the community at large when they don't address it in this fashion, when they don't explain that this is a community defense issue, that it's a national issue, that they're participating in it by ignoring it, that they're actually fleecing the flocks because our tax money is funding this. Now, I don't know if you heard Cuddy put out something this morning about the governor of New York is already putting up a bill. I mean, this is a tab of $20 million a month for the care of the so-called migrant crisis just in New York. Let's cut that in half. How many other states running a tab like that? 5 to 10 million a month on sustaining and supporting these
Look,
immigrants.
I don't care. I'm just here. Look, I got my nigga, I got my dude up here, and he locked up. If this nigga wasn't in jail, I wouldn't even be on YouTube with y'all. You think I'm lying?
Okay.
I
No,
would
I'm
not
not.
be on
I'm sorry.
YouTube.
I'm not
I would
laughing at what
I
you're
would not
suggesting,
be
Queen.
on YouTube with y'all right now. Cause I know a
I
real
got
nigga that can get shit moving and done. That's a
you.
real
Okay,
nigga right
so
there.
when they talked about Fred Hampton in Judas, Black Jesus and Judas, I
Yeah.
forgot the name of it, but the so-called Black Panther movie. Now,
Yep.
he was barely 21 and caused
No,
the
he was a
threat
baby.
to get.
Yeah.
So I think that's what your question is asking today, right?
Yeah. Where's that blood at that passed down from the Black Panthers and the real, may I say it this time, the real 5%ers? Where's the real 5%ers? And our real ancestors that made them signs. No whites allowed. Now, if they could put them fucking signs up, you know damn well they have a problem going to the border.
But
That blood
you,
did not
you
pass
know,
down.
of course, when I'm dating myself when I ask these questions, and you don't have to necessarily answer it, but when Malcolm was run up on
Root
about
words, you get your
why
ass
he
up here
didn't,
and so what you could do better than Big Meech. Come on, I'm challenging you. I don't hate you. I just want you to do shit. Do some real shit. That's all. I love Pookie Ray Ray and Little Man. But y'all ain't doing shit.
when
Come
the
up here and tell
question
me
was
what you doing,
posed to
Root Word.
Malcolm, when it was posed to Malcolm in the moment, why do not Northern Negroes and the NOI go down and defend the Southern Negroes being attacked by dogs and water hoses? Do you remember what his response was?
I wasn't born. Or was it?
Well, you're right, Queen Mother. But his response was the same as most Negro preachers respond. They're not members of the nation. That the honorable messenger, Elijah Muhammad, prevented their membership from political participation. Now, that's not a good excuse to beg off of not taking action. I think that's the whole point of your conversation today is why
Yes.
are we using whatever statements and positions? That's not my problem. That's not my people. It's not. I'm in an internal state. I'm not a border state. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
All kinds of other.
well. Back then, from what I understand, the people that they didn't help were ass kissers of the opposing race. They were ass kissers and Uncle Toms.
You mean because he was making those slurs and insults towards the civil rights leadership? But the
Yeah.
question still
So I
remains:
mean,
the Klan and the supposed white power structure were attacking our women and our children. The majority of the people going to jail were children between 12 and 15 years of age.
let me see your face, Rootward. I want to make sure that's you and you're not gonna porn by me. Okay, you can put it back on, baby. All right, hold up. Before we go any
And
further,
I'll let him to respond on what he
I
think
see
is an
you.
approach to go to the border. What would be the position of actually defending the border?
It will show that they can't come here. It would be a terrorizing thing because we would be terrorizers. Hang on, let's watch and get some knowledge. Fair use. Fair use.
Everybody is from somewhere else different. You don't get nothing like
Oh
this
my
nowhere.
God.
Everybody move like brothers, and then everybody from different places: Milwaukee, St. Louis, Detroit, Texas, Atlanta, Cali. You know what I'm saying? Florida. We got people from everywhere, and everybody move as one. Everybody is prospering in some kind of way, in their own way. Every man plays his own role, and everything starts with the leader. I'm a good leader, so I got good people that follow. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. If you can only be like the nigga that's running your crew. If you got a robbing ass boss, then you're gonna be a robbing ass crew. If you got a real boss who know how to sacrifice and take the bad along with the good and show his crew know how to be men, then this what you get. Everybody shining like new money. And ain't no other crew like this in the world, and there never will be another one. Not black. It never will be, because it said that if niggas like this is shining all together, being together, doing shit every day, then they gonna fall out over some money or somebody gonna rob, steal, and kill. I have yet to see that. All of us get along with money. We have money. We've been had money. All type of niggas around here. Short niggas, tall niggas, bald niggas, light skin, dark skin, braids, dreads, fat, whatever you want. Whatever a woman want, we got right here. See what I'm saying? So we get all kinds of women. Models, nobody, hood rats.
Y'all hate us for real.
We do it all. We don't discriminate. Matter of fact, after you leave here, you end up getting your teeth on something and coming up with something better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You hate that. You hate us for real, Sister Bethany.
Let me get.
You hate real niggas, Sister Bethany.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I got to give my boo his bombs. You got to be quiet.
Who you on? What you do it for?
Yo, gotta get his bombs. Shout out to Big Meech. Cause y'all be hating. All right now. So what kind of hate you got on Big Meech? Root word.
Don't try to turn that shit around on me. I'm a real nigga. You hate Big Meech. You and Ali Bamu
What?
and people that work every day.
Oh, honey.
You
no.
hate the Pookies and Ray
got-
Rays.
hold up.
People like Ali
Hold up.
Bamu that work in
Oh,
the
no, baby,
military
you got it.
cannot
You got
answer
it.
my stuff, and I'm about to land the plane,
Oh, wait,
Sister
oh,
Bethany.
okay,
I'm about to land it.
before you
I'm
go
saying
any
that all
further,
you people that work every day that ain't never did nothing for your neighborhood and never will is the problem. Not Ray Rays and Pookies and Big Meaches and me. I digress.
oh, you could digress all the fuck you want. Let me tell you something, baby. I love nothing but Pookies. You got Pookie, Ray Ray, and Lil Man. I don't accept nothing lower than Pookie. That's the motherfucking man. So I don't know what you talking about. I can't wait till this nigga get out of jail. You must be out your damn mind. Fuck
Y'all
his
hate the
brother.
Pookies and Ray Ray.
Yo, fuck his brother Terry. I want Big Meech. Terry's cute. He's nice. I want Big Meech. Facts. You ain't even on that level, yo. I asked you why you get my
Nobody is on
question.
his level.
Hey, Rude
Nobody.
Word,
He went to Mexico
I
and got
asked you,
kilos.
Rude Word, I asked you to come up and let me know the smoke you got with Big Meech. That's why the people coming on the panel.
I don't have no smoke with Big Meech. I got smoke with you.
Oh,
I got
well,
smoke with you and Ali
why
Babu.
you got smoke with me? I'm
I
not in
think because you
Alabama.
hate Pookie and
Wait a
Ray
minute.
Ray. I'm saying it in your face and you trying to
Oh,
get disrespectful.
you can say
I
it
don't
all
like
in
that you
my
always
face. Are
running
you
your
my
mouth
honey?
about
'Cause
Pookie and Ray Ray and what the fuck we could do. But what the
wait a
fuck
minute.
you
I
want me to
love
leave, Sister
Pookie and
Bessie?
Ray Ray. Yeah, you
Sister,
could.
you want me to leave?
You're not talking my language because I love Pookie and Ray Ray.
Nah, no, you
All
don't, Sister
about.
Bessie. You really
Don't
hate
tell
us.
me I don't love
You
no
and
fucking
Ali
Pookie and Ray
Bamu.
Ray. You
You
must be
and
out
Ali
your.
Bamu.
Wait a minute. I'm not in Ali Bamu's country or under his jurisdiction. I like Ali Bamu. He's very nice. He's very intelligent, but I'm not in his government. I'm straight
Sister Bessie,
Pookie.
I'm saying that Pookie and Ray Ray ain't the problem. It's y'all.
No, I'm not the problem. I love Pookie.
I'm saying that y'all never did
Let me
nothing
tell you
for y'all
something.
community to
I'd
help
rather
out
work.
or stood
I'd
the
rather
back.
work for root work. I'd rather
Ain't
work
nothing
for
wrong with that, but y'all don't like us that don't work.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me make this clear. See, I think you're getting a little twisted. I don't fuck with broke niggas. I can't stand broke niggas. I love Pookie. I don't fuck with broke Rudy Poots. No. I'm not fucking with no man that I got to take care of and provide for solely. There's a lot of chicks out there that do that. I don't fuck with lazy niggas. I fuck with niggas that got a mind and know how to manage. Now, granted, his whole thing was pushing drugs, but he has the organizational and management skills that I can work with. I'm not talking about him coming out pushing no fucking kilos. I like his brain and how he thinks. That's a micro motherfucker right there. He like working across the states. Me and him got something in common. I built my motherfucking tribe across the states. I got a member in every state in my fucking tribe. That's where me and Big Meech think like. I wasn't thinking about just no little tribe in Connecticut. Fuck that. I want the big shit. I'm hitting North, South, Midwest. All members of YALL. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I fucks with Big Meech.
I'm just talking about the top of the show, the name of the show. They got our names in it and shit. Y'all always be dissing us, so we here to step up and say, y'all the problem.
Okay. Oh, I'm the problem. So, okay. So tell me what I'm doing that I could change that will make your ass go to the border. Tell me what you
Why would
do.
I want to go to the border? Why is that anything to do with Pookie and Ray Ray at the border?
Because there's a white guy that's gonna be the president and said that he's going to do mass deportations. So I'm tired of white guys doing everything for every race in this country. It would be nice to see some brown guys step to the motherfucking throne and stop on that shit. But unfortunately, I can't get anyone to do that together with me. And so here I am. I gotta vote for Trump. Big Meech is locked up. I can't wait till he come out. By the time he come out, I'll be retired. And I can give him my full undivided attention because I'm gonna be his boo. But go ahead. And you saying, what you saying? What now, Rootwork?
I'm saying that you have men up here like Alabama that been in the military organized, and you ain't gonna damn
Like
near
who?
talk to that. I'm almost done.
Oh,
You
wait a
don't
minute, I
talk
missed
about
what you
them
said.
helping you out.
I missed what you said. You went too fast. What
I'm
did you
saying
say?
that y'all always ask Pookie and Ray Ray, the most poorest people in your community, for help. But you don't ask weak men like Ali Bamu that's been in the army and military and have backing by a whole bunch of goddamn it organizations. You scared to confront them guys for help. Why don't you ask people that's in the military that gets a check every month, that gets a fucking at the end of the year, they get them a yearly check, and then they got backing and they got collateral and all types of people that'll help them out. Why don't y'all ever confront these sorry ass military men? Why don't you ask them, Sister Bethy? I digress.
Well, he's obviously up on my piano. Okay. Ali Bouma, and I have, but Ali Bouma and I have a difference in political views. So that's the problem right there. I don't fuck with Democrats no more. Ever. I've been with them 54 years. I don't fucks with Democrats. So that's why me and Ali Bamu can't get nothing popping. I don't fucks with Democrats. All right? Since I became now, wait a minute. I ain't finished. I ain't finished. Ali Bamu has a problem with a Republican that has one thing that he's going to do that I have interest in. I don't care about anything else. Right now, there's one Republican that wants to deport motherfuckers off my landmass. Okay. And they want to close up the borders. That's why I'm voting for Trump. Democrats are not talking that. That's why the borders are open. All right. So that's why. And I don't care. So there's a lot of brown people like me that are willing to take the risk again and vote for Trump. Because when Trump was in office, I started seeing more opportunity for myself. I couldn't get that under the control of Democrats, even though I bust my ass to get them motherfuckers in office, and including in my own state, let alone the presidency of that fake ass black guy with big ears. So since Trump came into office his first time, I campaigned and I left the Democrats and I went to campaign to get Trump in office. His first time in office was the first time I saw opportunity in my motherfucking 57 years of life. All right. So he didn't win the second time around, but now he's running again. And I hope he gets in again so he could do what I want him to do. One of the things I want him to do, and that's close up the fucking borders. That's why I'm voting for Trump. And I don't give a fuck if nobody don't like it. So, I mean, and we hear every time we hear our people say, oh, it's two heads of one snake. Okay, that's cool. They probably are two and one and still in the same. But I want the fucking borders closed. If he could do that, I'm content. I'm good with that. If he could do mass deportations when he come in office, I'm 100% for that. Mass. Let that shit be retroactive. The mass deportation. Go back the last 10 years that motherfuckers been coming across our borders and getting in here illegal and deport all them motherfuckers. That's what I want to see. If we can get Trump, if I can get Trump to say, look, I know you're coming in office and you're going to deport who's there now, but could we make that shit retroactive back 10 years? The last 10 years of illegal immigration. Send their asses back to where the fuck they came from. So my sons can come out and get better jobs. That's what I want to see.
That's real shit.
So I'm willing to take that risk. I'm willing to take that risk with Trump. But if Big Meech wasn't in jail, I'll be all up his ass. And that's a fact.
Now, what I'm saying is, like, before Trump, the problem in the Black America was Pookie, Ray Ray, and a single woman. But come to find out, it was you, Ali Bamu, and everybody that worked that vote for the Democrats. And then y'all found out that they didn't do shit to y'all when Trump came in office. So I'm just like, I have a mental problem with my elders. I have a mental problem with y'all that y'all don't know how to accept that y'all ain't shit. I digress.
Oh, I know. Okay, well, thank you for giving me that information. I have thick skin. But baby, I don't know who you got me twisted with, but I sleep with a Pookie 24 hours. My baby's
If
a
the shoe don't
Pookie,
fit,
straight
Becky,
up
it might not
Pookie.
fit for you. It might not fit
Excuse
for you. I'm
me.
saying
Excuse me.
as a
I
lot
got
of
a straight.
elders.
Let me tell you something, baby. I got
It ain't
a
a
straight up
Pookie. I'm
Pookie.
talking about who you voted for your whole life and the mental.
Yeah, I didn't know any
They
better.
tricked us. Thank you. They tricked us. So y'all have to admit
Yeah,
that y'all
I
been
didn't
tricked
know any
too, just
better.
like Pookie and Ray Ray in the street was tricked by taking a wrong choice.
I
That's
never
all. We
said.
all been tricked, Sister
I
Becky.
never said that we weren't tricked and deceived. I came out and said that we've been deceived. I didn't even realize that I was working and voting for a party that was harming me. I didn't know it. I didn't know it. I was fooled like a motherfucker. So fooled that I was campaigning for them bitches.
Sister Becky, I really cry over this shit. That our race is divided over classism, and a lot of our people are waking up now, though. But just, I'm glad you said that, though, that we all been tricked and deceived. Thank you.
I don't give a fuck what you say. When Trump came in office, girly girl, that's when I saw a fucking life. So fuck what you heard. Right now, at this point, I don't give a fuck. He got my vote. And I'm gonna campaign for him. Because I don't see no other alternatives at this motherfucking point. I'm trying to grow. And I don't want to grow on nobody's fucking tax dollars. We have our own tribe members. But I want somebody better in office that I could deal with. And it ain't this current administration. Welcome to the panel, y'all. And see, love, you got to turn your camera on so I can see who you are, or else I can't let you on. You got to turn your camera on. You in love with whatever. I don't know who you are. Keith, you came on. Don't worry, I got thick skin.
I'm good to speak.
Absolutely. Even if you disagree with me, I
Nah,
got
it
thick
ain't
skin.
nothing bad.
You moving around, so we
I'm a
can't
little
hear you.
delayed.
Okay, Rootware, here's my Cash App. Kesey, something's wrong with your I don't know what you're saying, honey. Mic check.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm a little
Go ahead.
delayed, but I'm gonna just go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
They
Hey, I
said if you got an
appreciate you letting me on the
Android,
panel.
oh, you're welcome, honey. They said if you got an Android, you should put headphones on and you won't get that issue.
Okay, I have an iPhone, so
Oh.
I don't have my headphones now. So
Well, go
yeah,
ahead, because I can
I'm
hear
gonna
you
just
real
ask my
good.
question, and then I'll. Okay, cool. I'm gonna just ask my question. I'm gonna just go ahead, but I'm gonna just go off a little. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go a little off topic. I want to ask you a couple of questions about genealogy. I recently discovered that my family, well, not recently discovered, but my family. I'm in the Midwest, right? I'm in Wisconsin,
Okay.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and my family, we own land down south, and we've been owning land since like the 1800s. I've seen documentations that my family showed me, but you know, of course, I've always associated us owning land with slavery. until I started coming into the Aboriginal sciences and information and stuff like that. So I've always been told that my great grandmother was Indian and my great grandfather was Indian as well, but it's kind of been some miscommunication when it comes to that information, because some people saying that it was Indian and some of the elders are saying that they were slaves and stuff like that. So my question to you is, according with genealogy, because I know you do genealogy, my question to you is, how can I find the information with my family? By the way, my family owns land in Mississippi. So how can I find information about my family, um, their genealogy when it comes to this information? Because the only information that I have is, the deeds, but the deeds, all the deeds show is that them buying and purchasing land and already owning land. And I only go back into like the mid 1800s, but I can't go back no further because in Marshall County in Mississippi, of course, they had a fire in the 1800s that
Yeah.
happened, and there's no more court
All right.
records.
So let me
So
stop you
how can
there.
I go back?
Let me stop you
Okay,
there, sweetheart, because you got a delay and you're talking about something totally different, and that's okay. Do you know how to see in the private chat?
okay,
You see where it says private chat
no,
on your phone? It should say private chat or comments. What does it say on the phone? Straight
okay, see
smoke.
chat.
You see chat.
I'm
I
using a
see what.
laptop, Sister Betty.
If you look in the chat where it says chat, that's my email address.
Yep,
Okay.
yep,
So
I see that. Yep.
okay, take that and send me an email because I want to stop it right here because I want to keep it on this topic. Send me an email. Okay. Go ahead, straight smoke.
Thank you, Sister Betty. As always,
Hey.
what you do is always great, and it always strikes nerves in people. But you know what?
I know. They hating on Big Meech. I don't
No,
understand why so
they got
much
to put
hate.
their ignorance aside. The age of
And shout
ignorance
out
is
to Woo
over.
Word for the generous cash app, boo. Thanks, Root Word. Thank you, darling.
We definitely got to put the age of ignorance to the side. It's over with for that.
Yep. See, they
But
can't. They thought I was coming here talking about pushing kilos and getting connected with the Mexican cartel and shit. No, Big Meech got a mindset that's just fucking smoking.
anytime that you can get a group of men to be able to sit down and go through this whole game plan of building and creating, I hate the fact that yeah, it was under the pretenses of something else, but you're right.
Yeah.
He's a great micromanager of people. He knew the
Hell
business
yeah.
scheme. He knew the scheme, and he knew the scheme, and he had the dream, and he worked it.
Yes.
That's all. Hate to
Yes.
hate, hate for what he was doing, but look at what he was able to accomplish in the minds of other men and women.
Facts. Facts. And I don't care. Bobby Knight is a hater. Okay, he jealous of Big Meech. There's a lot of niggas jealous of him. I like his mindset. He's a fucking thinker. And I'm sorry, this dude is brilliant. Brilliant. I think he's one of the most brilliant dudes since what's that dude's part that Denzel played? Frank White. I think
Frank
he's
White,
yeah.
Frank White, Frank
I
White.
think he's a modern day
Are you
fucking
talking about
Frank White.
American Gangster, Primo?
Yes, Alibaba.
Okay. See, I'm not whether I have a criminal nigga background or not. I'm lost on this Big Meech thing. Somebody in the chat says that he's from Detroit. I gather this is some gang like
No,
individual,
no,
gang
he
leader,
was a
gang
drug
member,
dealer.
whatever.
No, he was a
Okay.
drug dealer.
Now,
He
so
was a
we're only
drug dealer.
talking about his personal small scale drug cartel, is what I'm assuming I'm listening to.
Well, I don't think it was
He
small
had
when you.
people working for him. He was
Yeah,
This
pushing
wasn't small.
kilos.
This was not
Well, it
small.
was
Alabama,
small or
he
large. He was
bought.
pushing kilos, is what I mean.
No, he was pushing more than that, and it was not
Well,
small.
if he's
This nigga
pushing
had.
tons, that means he
This
pushed
nigga
even
bought a
more.
whole fucking air. What did he do? The airplane he took charter on. He had to hurry up and spend his money before
So
he
he
went to
pushed
jail.
large tonnage of poison in the so-called black community. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's critical. I'm not being dismissive. I'm just trying to be clear on what I'm hearing
Yes, we
being
know
said.
what he did,
So,
but
okay.
he has a mind that we can transition into doing something that's not gonna harm our community. I
I
forgive.
got you on that. That's where I was kind of
But
headed with
hold it.
making sure that I'm
Okay,
hearing what I'm
okay, but
saying.
just let me say this first. I don't live in people's past. I can live in their mind and take them into a better future. I don't give a damn if if he sold drugs in our hood, but who the fuck didn't? That's from our hood, actually from our hood. There's a lot that didn't, but I
There
forgive.
was, there was a point of my raising that because I was going to
But
address
go
the
ahead,
argument
you
in
got
the
it,
context
Alibaba.
of the order.
You got it.
I
I'm gonna
was going
mute
to
up and let
raise
you
it.
just flow. Go ahead.
There was a point for my raising that in the context of the border. The suggestion would still be, why is it the same individuals who aren't bringing the drugs over here, because that's the next argument to say, they didn't bring the drugs, they didn't bring the guns. Oliver North, under Iran-Contra, for example, and the CIA actually did it. But how would you have those move backwards through the system, Straight Smoke, and actually take charge or attack? What is the point of attack when we're talking about with this border situation? Because they're alleging that these are some drug mules besides the supposed refugees and the asylees, the asylum seekers that are mixed in this drug, or I'm sorry, in this invasion of bodies across the border. So, what are we talking about when we're talking about getting these young men who were dispensing the drugs on our street to go to the border and stop this influx? Is that where I'm understanding the conversation to be headed?
No,
Yes.
sir. No,
Well, for
sir.
me and my point, yes, I
Okay.
would like to. Yes, this is who I'm calling to the border, to go to the border. The grandsons of these people and these people and these people and the grandkids of these people, and these people. Because I'm sure, I bet you 50, at least 50% of this uh, crowd of Negroes got a felony. I'm calling all they goddamn grandkids and sons and daughters to go to the
But
damn border. So go ahead, you got it.
but let's put aside whether they're alleged convicts or not. Other than one particular group, all these ones that you pointed out were organizations of religious groups. Some of the NOI, that was the Hebrew Israelites. That picture you were showing was them circling the Barclays, allegedly, in response to how Kyrie Irving was assaulted, right? Straight Smoke. That's supposed to be IUIC. In purple, I might point out, for Cuddy, by the way. Uh, but all of these pictures of people you were talking, including even the Million Man March, the majority of those I would imagine were Christian men, including the convicts. So we are saying we're going to have to address religiously minded people separate from the hood criminal minded people that Roots claims he came up here to defend. I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth since he likes to continue to try to attempt to either trigger or assault my character. But I'm asking, Straight Smoke, if we're talking about military action and behavior, do you understand what I'm saying, Smoke?
Of course I do. Go ahead. I'm listening, sir.
So then how is it that you're going to organize a military response to an invasion?
I would like to answer that question if I may.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure, it's your panel, my dear. I'm just trying to clearly understand what it is we're proposing with such a discussion.
Okay, here's what I'm proposing. because I can look beyond their past and beyond that they're in these like cult like religions. I actually feel more comfortable sitting around and going to the border with these people because even though they have religious minds, doesn't mean that they ain't warriors. Now, when you're talking about a holy sanctified Baptist missionary church, I'm not talking about them motherfuckers because they can't be corrected at this point. It's going to take a while. But these guys right here, I feel more comfortable out on the road working in the community with them than I do sitting in a Democratic National Convention, wasting my fucking time. I feel more comfortable and safe with my brothers to get them to go to the border because I know they're not scared of no fucking body. They're not going to get out there and start shouting like little church boys with tambourines. They're fearless. And a lot of our people that didn't grow up around them and don't know how to communicate with them will always see them as low life, no good motherfucking losers. I know this because I worked around in the Democratic campaign for so fucking long. And I really know how. And I'm not talking about the white people in the Democratic National Convention. I'm talking about the brown people. They're the ones that sat in there in the office. Don't call her house. Her whole family a fucking crackhead. She ain't gonna get out and vote. But if we give her $2, she will. I had enough of that. I like Big Meech. I would love to work with him and his mindset on building a coalition across these states, a positive one, before I walk up in office to some motherfucking nigger in a suit that want to stand up and talk professionally like a fucking white boy. Them the motherfuckers I can't vibe with. My energy don't rub with them at all, ever. I can't stand them motherfuckers. So
No, I
I
I
wish
don't think
they
that
would
you're
really.
directing that
Are you
comment to
letting?
me. Yeah,
No,
I
I'm directing this to all brown men that
okay.
don't understand niggas in the hood. No, no, this is uncut today. I'm talking about all niggas in the corporate world that don't understand Pookie, Ray Ray, and Little Man. Even though I was working in the government, I was still fucking Pookie. I'm uncut today. I wasn't fucking the guy in the suit. I was still fucking Pookie as soon as I got off work. And I had to sit in the office professionally and listen to niggas in brown suits just downgrade them with a straight face. I still left work. And when I left work, I went and fucked Pookie. So that's who I'm talking to. Bobby, turn your camera on real quick. I just want to see your
So
okay, you could turn
so
it
may
back
I
off, hon.
so may I
So
respond?
you got it.
No, because again, I wasn't taking offense to your comment.
I was
And I
responding to
really could
you.
care less about root words trying to, trigger
Root words
folks.
gone.
I'm trying to address. No, I'm just talking some of his little diss and going on in the background. The point I'm still asking, because I was trying to direct it first at Smoke, but I appreciate your response, Raymond, is that when we're discussing a military, we're discussing discipline. That's where I was going with the conversation. So, not to take over the conversation, not to disregard anything that you just said. That's choices. That sounds like a personal thing to me. The issue at hand is if we're talking about addressing a border issue and an invasion. You got what I'm
Yep.
saying, though, now, Queen Mother?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so straight. Look, yeah, Again, I'm not trying to overlook what you said. I'm trying to actually talk about what I thought the conversation was about. So, if we're talking about a border situation, what say you straight on what I was proposing the discussion should be focused on? Would it not be a defense position and a disciplined response? We put that in terms of military action, correct?
I'm listening, sir. Please go ahead.
No, I'm asking that first so that we're on the same page.
Oh, okay. So what I gather is this, and this is what I took from what Sister Bethy put up. If Pookie, Ray, and Lil Man ain't gonna do it, then it's Trump 2024. Okay. So what I got from that is this, and I said this before: the age of ignorance is over. You need to start being involved in your government. If you're a part of the system, then you need to be a part of the system. If you're going by their rules, guess what? You need to be in town hall meetings. You need to be in a general assembly meetings. You need to understand what is actually taking place right up under your feet and your eyes. Now, as far as anything dealing with the border, that in itself is all dealing with federal government. Now,
I did mention that, right? That is the federal government's responsibility.
That is the federal government's responsibility. Yes.
Right. Okay. So if we're talking about engaging a federal system that is
the federal government de facto? I don't mean to cut in on y'all. What up, TT? But ain't the federal government?
Hold on, Bobby. Bobby, hold on, sweetheart. I want to let them two finish dialoguing, and then you got it, okay?
I wanted to get in with them, but okay, you're right, TT.
Yeah, you go right after them. Let them finish dialoguing.
But all right, do you get where I'm going with this, Straight Smoke? That if you're going to be recruiting bodies to do whatever it is that you're talking about doing, I would suggest you would have people who have the proficiency, the experience, and the discipline required to deal with whatever recruits. You see what I'm getting at now, Smoke?
Yeah, I do. I genuinely do. But we have to start getting people off their couches and being engaged. Okay, we have to start getting people. Like I said, the age of ignorance is over with. At this point in time, if you don't see what's going on, I don't know what to tell you, because you need to.
I am not in disagreement with that position. Do you get what I'm saying first? If we're going to discuss what the topic is addressing the border. You follow what I'm saying, Smoke?
Okay, how about you just do this? Say what you're saying flat out so I can understand it. How about that? I'm sorry.
I said, whether it keeps getting convoluted here, we are discussing an invasion when we're talking about the border as an issue. People keep flowering this up, talking about it's illegals or it's laborers that are hired under the table by these businesses. By the way, I believe all of these things should be attacked. The chambers of commerce should be put on blast first. If you want to talk about an actual effective response, that's where the politicians, meaning the Negro preachers in congregations, the ignorant people that are in civics clubs, they need to be rolling up on these goddamn chambers of commerce in all 50 states and putting them on blast for causing the flow of this illegal labor pool. That's one. Two, if you're talking about stopping the flow itself, now we're discussing a military response. Now you get what I'm saying, Straight Smoke?
Yes, I do. Can I respond?
Okay, never mind.
At the same fact, I want you to I know you know this. We have never had an influx like this, never before recorded. We have never had that under nobody's watch. Okay. So for that to take place, and you can look up like UNESCO or any of these other groups that were lobbyists to our congressmen and women that allowed this to take place. Now we can look at it from any other angle.
Hey, brother, I don't want to cut you again, but I think we had an influx like this. If y'all historical and dealing with Ellis Island and all the, you know what I'm saying, Italians and Irish and all of them that came over.
But Bobby, that is true.
That was probably way greater than what's going on today.
He's talking about the recent elevation of millions in just the last, including during the Trump administration. I might add.
No, I get that. I get that.
The last 5 or 6 years, there have been millions
under Trump's
I don't
watch.
think it's millions.
No, that's not true. That is not true under Trump's watch. I'm not going to let you say that.
And then to Straight Smoke and to I guess Alabama, if y'all want to answer this, this question I got even about the whole border crisis. If you know what I'm saying, if we claim that the federal government is being ran by de facto leaders who, you know what I'm saying, technically, you know, have created a pseudo government, right? The land is separate from whatever laws they got going on, from how I follow a lot of y'all kick it. So if America isn't technically defined, because last time I checked, America is the continent, north and south, all the way through. So, but the United States is a corporation on paper. So technically, if they claim an American, they can travel to and fro all the way up and north. But that's the thing that's being kind of lost in the South. So how do we address any military actions when people who are technically Americans?
Now, you talking specifically on the Central and South Americans coming across the physical border, or what?
It's not a, but that's what I'm saying. There's not a physical border. These borders are imaginary constructs made up by corporations. There's I never seen the physical border. I seen the line on the map. When I cross over states, I never cross physical borders. I just, you know, drive on roads.
Now, when you're, I get what you're saying. Now, what you're proposing is that these people are entering into a corporate fiction called the United States, and this is what Sister Bethany
There
was
you
talking
go.
about.
There you
They're
go.
entering into a corporate entity's jurisdiction. But
There you
again,
go.
in that jurisdiction, it is a responsibility on the federal level. Now, the people
Yeah,
that
no,
have
but
been
listen,
duped, that are Americans.
I'm
Let
agreeing
me
with you.
finish. Let me land my plane on this, Bobby. Those in the military, such as myself, and it was the Navy route. I'm not a jarhead. But anyway, those who have been recruited into the military service of the federal corporate criminal enterprise must be talked to by their family members to enlighten them for this manner of approaching this problem. You see what I'm saying, Bobby? Until you get their minds straight on what it is we're discussing. You're a very fine point that you're making. You're correct. The land is one thing. The thing that we call the United States, the country, as Sister Betty says, or the nation, or the corporate enterprise, is operating on our land. And we are
There you
allowing
go.
them to do things that are done internally to them. So bringing these people, foreign invaders, illegal or illegal, and Queen Mother, you know, to me, there
But
ain't been no legal,
that's
sister.
why I got a little
There
smoke
has
with you,
been no
Alabama.
legal immigration since 1790.
Well,
Okay,
if
So
you
so
can't
instead of
legally, well,
arguing over that,
let me say this: you can't
I,
legally immigrate anywhere, because we don't, if we going off culture,
right.
we don't immigrate, we migrate, we go to and fro where the fuck we please to. And again, even if to your point, by you establishing that it is a pseudo de facto corporate government, which is set up military branches and all these other things falsely separate from the land, if a person wants to buy into that corporate entity and separate themselves from the land, they have the right to do so within this United States construct. But still in all, they're not illegal invaders, because they are Americans. North and South only denote location. It's all one America. So you can't stop somebody from Chile from going to Mexico, or from going to Chicago off an imaginary border. We got the same rights to go down there that they have to come up here, but it's only these imaginary constructs that keep us from doing that.
Okay, so now I want to step in because yes, you're right, Bobby. Yes, you're absolutely right. I always pointed out what America is as the continent, being the continent. Yes, we should be able to go to and from as we please. The problem is this: not everybody coming across that border is of or aboriginals to the American continent. You have people coming through that border from Russia or other countries that are not of this landmass. So what I'm saying, and because of that, I mean, you got every fucking thing coming through that border. You got Asians that are not indigenous to this land.
Yep.
You got every fucking race on the planet coming through that border. All right. My whole purpose and my whole argument for Big Meech. Yes, it's supposed to be military, like Obama said, federal control at the border, but this seems to be a fucking problem. So the Americans need to step up and go stand behind the fucking soldiers. We're not saying go in there and raid and ramshack the U.S. soldiers. Stand behind them and say, we know that we find it that you're having a fucking problem at this border because somebody's in here from China, somebody's in here from Russia, somebody's in here from fucking any other country coming over here. Somebody's coming in here from Africa. Somebody's coming here from who knows the fuck. So since you're here, Pookie and Ray Ray, and I'm talking about millions of them, Big Meech, all of them, stand behind the U.S. soldiers and say, okay, now we're going to make sure nobody don't come through this bitch. Y'all at the front of the line. We standing right behind you. You can't move.
Can I say one thing to you on that point?
I think that'll open up a lot of fucking brains in Congress when something like that is done. Fuck standing in Washington in front of a fucking monument waiting for Farrakhan to point his finger. All right, you can go home now. Go to the fucking border and stand there just like that.
But when we be creating or making it like a logical mistake or a logical fallacy, because again, hold on real quick, PT. Let me explain where I stand before you say no. If we coming from the understanding that the first invaders, the first so-called immigrants, and the first, you know what I mean, usurpers are these people that we call in United States soldiers. The United States is a corporation. Let's get that established. So
we know that.
Oh, wait. So I'm saying the military and every other branch that comes from that corporate flag is only to serve one specific purpose. So an immigrant, knowing that they're immigrant, has no problem with immigration. That's why it's allowed to go on at these so-called borders, because how can you keep somebody out of technically their land because they got more rights to the land, not the Russians and the Germans and all them other people, but the actual South Americans
that's coming in here. Who do you think's coming in here? Everybody that.
But that's my point. But this is my point,
though. Like they from South America ain't from South America.
I get that, TT Betty, but you making my point. Everybody in that motherfucking military that got the last name Wojciechowski and Kozlowski and all that, just because they've been in Tennessee their whole fucking life, don't make them no Americans. That's my point. That's why they don't care that Germans and Asians come over.
That's why I said for Pookie and them to stand behind them. And if they turn around, you know what's up.
Now here, this is my only problem with Pookie now. This is my only, and I feel you on Pookie, but then when you say Big Meech, they go down there and rub shoulders with the Russians and all of them. You see what I'm saying? To get their packs off. So if it's up to Big Meech, he gonna say open the border up as wide as you can so I can get some things in. Yes, he is. Yeah, he is.
Well, that's not what I think, and I don't believe that.
That's how he got his money. That's how you even know about him, because that's what he was doing.
Cartel, so what? Mexicans are Americans. So what? He was working with him, so I don't care. He's messing with other aboriginals to the North American landmass. So what? I don't give a fuck.
Queen Mother, I think you're missing the point about the trade and the money that's coming. It's not just coming from Mexico.
I'm not missing
China is
point.
shipping.
I was just going to say that's China. Wait a minute. Alabama. The heroin that boy was dealing with came from China. And hold on, wait a minute. I used to live in Detroit, where Big Meech and them from. That's the largest Arab. That's the largest Arab population in America, up around Dearborn, Michigan, Detroit, and all of that. That's Arabs that's doing that. So even when you still talking about somebody like Big Meech, he ain't dealing with Mexicans. He's dealing with Arabs and Asians.
I still think I can accomplish more with Big Meech than I could anybody else that I've been fucking with. I do. I think I can get more positive things done with Big Meech. Because, see, I'm a woman.
No, I got more done in the hood than Big Meech. That's a fact.
I don't believe that. Because
proof in the pudding, TT Betty. Come to St. Louis and ask about your boy. You know I get down out here.
When Big Meech pull up in that bitch, that's when I'll come. Because that's who I want to deal with. My mind is set on who I want to deal with. I'm tired of fake niggas in suits. And I'm tired of niggas that just talk. I don't know what their work is about. I want to talk with Big Meech. I'm serious. I done fucked with him all. And I'm tired. I want to talk with him. He got a better mindset. I like his mindset. And I'm not talking about pushing no damn kilos at this point. I'm not talking about pushing kilos. The man has a great intellect. He does. A lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna see it because all they see is his past. I see it. And I just like when motherfuckers look at you and white folks look at you, oh, you have such great potential. Well, that's how I feel about Big Mitch. I do. And I think he could get the job done. And he's not the only one. There's a lot of Big Meeches in the 50 states. Whereas these fucking niggas in suits that despise all our motherfucking asses, they scared of him. I want to deal with a soldier that niggas is scared of. The ones in the suits. Because dumb of the motherfuckers that's persecuting our ass. Fuck what you think a white boy's doing. It's the niggas in the suits that's fucking us over. And
May I
a
ask
lot
a
of y'all
question?
won't believe that. But they are. Leave the white boy the fuck alone. Because he ain't fucking with you. It's niggas hidden.
Oh no, if you
May
don't
I
get that
ask a
color
question?
purple coon ass shit out of here, you said leave the white boys alone. It's no, TT.
Uh,
You done turned into
no,
Miss Celie up
no,
this bitch.
no, I ain't turning into no Miss Silly. I'm speaking facts. Because what I see, you don't see. And I'm not saying that you're incapable of seeing what I see, but what I see, I see. My
Now,
energy
I,
don't
I, I
fuck with
sincerely
everybody no
hope
more.
that I sincerely hope you're not talking about giving him the pass, and I'm not going to charge you with being Mr. Charlie's bedwetch. What I'm asking you is this: what is the job that you're suggesting? Big Meats, Pookie, Little Man, Ray Ray. What
Well,
is
you
the
know what?
job
I'm gonna write him a
that you're
letter while he's
suggesting
in
they're going to do?
prison. I'm gonna write him a
But you're
letter,
not.
and I'm gonna speak that with Pookie. I'm
I
not gonna
got
speak
that, but
that
I'm
with
not.
Ali Bamo, and I'm not gonna answer your question on that. I'm gonna plead the fifth at this point. What I
You're
talked to
complete.
Pookie
You're
about,
complete the
yeah,
fifth.
I
So
actually
okay,
am.
all right,
I
all right,
actually
all
am.
right.
Because when
So
I get a chance to talk to Big Meech, I want to have a real conversation with him. Because I know that he has more of a mindset than to push kilos. I know his capabilities and his fucking abilities. I know it. Energy connects with energy. And I feel his energy, his mindset is off the fucking chain. Frank Lucas is
so
uh 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 he's a mastermind. I'm keeping it real. Y'all don't see it. Y'all don't know. Oh, this crazy
I'm
ass
I'm
bitch.
I'm not
This
I'm not
crazy ass
disabusing
bitch
you of it.
from the
I'm
north
not
at working.
ignoring that. I'm
I'll never
asking you a
sit.
question.
I will not sit on YouTube and discuss that type of conversation with you. But you can laugh. You can laugh all the fucking way from from the north to the motherfucking south to the east to the west. But I
I'm
would
still
really like to have
addressing
a
the
meeting
issue of
with
the
him.
border, Queen Mother, is what my
Uh,
question is.
I'm done
I'm
with
still
my
addressing the issue of the
steak.
border.
All right, well, you could still address the border, but as far as what I want to have a conversation with Meech about, I'm keeping that to me. But you got it. Go ahead.
So I don't know whether it was Smoke or Bobby. Again, where I was and the point that I was raising at the time.
No,
Question
I
of the
didn't see
boundaries
his
and the
series
border.
and think I know him. I saw his interview. That's what I saw. His interview. Now, granted, yes, I love the movie. Yeah, Bright Modizi, you could come up, baby. The link is at the top. Um, Diaspora Soldiers. Let me straighten you out. I saw the movie. I did. I did. And I liked the movie. But I saw his interview too. And I saw a lot of potential. you do know that the professional man is doing the same fucking thing he's doing. They just ain't caught and they know how to do it professionally. But I'm not I'm not wanting to speak to Big Meech because he was a big time drug dealer. The man is intelligent. He's intelligent. And I'm sorry y'all motherfuckers can't see that. But I know what I see. Y'all got it.
No, well, I mean, every
I'm
time I
stepping
try
away.
to
Y'all
start
got
saying
it.
something,
Y'all
it's
got it.
like,
Y'all got it. I'm stepping away for a minute. Y'all got it.
I don't know whether she's directing it at me personally or not, and I'm trying not to take this personally. I'm
Well, then you
asking
know what? You
again
should
on
not
the
take it
question.
personally because by
I
now,
said that, but Queen
Alibama
Mother,
being on
I
my
just said that.
panel, or being on my panel for about what, a year, maybe a year and a half now. You should know that if I'm gonna say something to somebody, I don't beat around the bush. I speak directly to the person. But I am talking about professional black men that look down on my brothers at this point, because Big Meech is not old enough to be my son. I'm talking about the motherfuckers in suits that live in Pookie and Ray Ray's past. They live in their past. They can't be forgiven. They're scorned for the rest of their fucking life. That's what I'm talking about. So if you want to feel like, oh, I think she's talking to me, then maybe I am. But I'm telling you, if I ever need to address you, I will address you. I'm uncut. I don't hold my tongue. If I didn't like you, you would not be on this panel because as the record stands,
I
anybody
gathered
that
that.
know.
Now,
All right, but
may I
I'm
speak?
leaving, but you can have the panel. You
I
got it.
don't want you to leave. I'm not asking you to leave. I'm just saying, can I speak? You know, because again, I don't disagree with your position or what your opinion about what this classism that goes on in the so-called black community. And I don't want to get into a rabbit hole discussion about that. I was trying to bring some clarity of discussing the border as an issue. I don't know, if Bobby dropped off or Smoke, if you want to
I'm
go
still
back
here.
to, okay, so, because I don't know if I lost the flow of this, of getting the point that I was making about the difference between the boundaries that are the so-called what I call the United Snakes government, and the physical land that has yet to be reclaimed by the American. And you know what I mean when I'm saying American, because there is only one. There are no other Americans with hyphens on it, waving flags, red, white, and blue, claiming whatever the hell they want to claim. They are foreign immigrants operating in a foreign criminal enterprise as the United States. You got me on that, Smoke?
Yes, I do.
So are we defending the borders of that, or are we ejecting all of that, including the participants and the residents, U.S. citizens within the criminal enterprise? That's where I was hoping to try to push the conversation maybe in that direction.
Okay.
What say you about that?
Okay, so we have to generally look at the present. Okay, I understand what we've learned throughout history, and I'm hoping at some point we can rectify what was actually lost, but to focus on the present. Okay, so what you're saying, and well, what you said, I heard. What I'm, like I said, I'm looking at the present, and the present status of everything right now is that they are literally bringing in replacement migration. This is replacing certain people. If you don't know, I'm gonna tell you, everybody should know about class warfare. Does anybody ever read Henry Kissinger's books?
Now, when you're saying replacement, you're talking about a certain group.
Hold on, real quick.
About a certain group of jobs.
Facts, Smoke. I think it is classism. You right.
You just let me finish this. What this is class warfare. They're cutting out the middle class. So it's only a bottom class and the rich. It's only going to be poor or rich. They're trying to cut out the middle class. So in order to do that, they have to bring in people that will work for $2 an hour. So they don't have to pay you $25 an hour. Do you understand what I'm saying? So with that,
I'm gonna grant you that.
Hold on, Alibama. I'm saying, let me land my plane, brother. Let me land my plane. Okay. So what's happening right now is that they seen who would take the bait as far as the juicing. They seen who would take the bait as far as anything. Now you see, what are they doing? Everything is coming full circle to let you know that these people are not caring about who is paying their taxes. They're worried about who is going to continue paying their taxes. So, inevitable, what's going to happen is that you're going to see more and more illegal, because legally you have to get a green paper to be here, not just walk through the border. All right. We're not gonna diss the people that went through the method correctly. We're gonna look at the people that didn't do it correctly. And if you didn't do it correctly, in my eyes and by government law, you are an illegal alien. And I digress.
Okay, walk with me for a moment, Smoke. You as well, Root. Okay, these 10 million alleged, and it's not by Trump, by the way. It's Steve Bannon that's actually throwing that number around. Trump continues to just be evasive because he's running for office. But Steve Bannon is the one that just announced today to push and to deport, mass deportation of 10 million. Let's just stay with that number just for a moment. Which of the 10 million that you're saying and suggesting that would be deported and then being replaced by the 10 million you just described? Is that what you're saying?
No. You completely conflated the two. What I'm trying to tell you.
No. I'm using what you described to set up the argument about this bogus issue they're talking about with the border. They're claiming they're going to mass deport, and you just suggest they're also bringing in the legal under the table population. So which is the 10 million that's going to be mass deported?
Anyone that came across.
They're not going to deport the ones they're bringing in. You're frozen, brother. You're frozen. You dropped.
I'm not frozen. You just won't let me talk, but you can go ahead. Just continue talking.
No, go. I'm just trying to make sure you understand what it is I'm framing. You got it, bro.
All I'm saying, again, this is called class warfare. Have you ever read Zabrinsky's book? Have you ever read any of these Europeans' books that was lobbyists in Congress? These are people that was letting you know the whole game plan in the beginning. Even Henry Kissinger. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm aware of those policies, Smoke, but do you understand what I'm asking?
Alabama, are you saying that pretty much? Well, in my eyes, I ain't gonna even say what you're saying. This is how I feel about it. If you come with the papers or without the papers, you're a foreigner.
With that T,
and right now,
all right.
And right now, we don't need no foreigners at all.
Thank you, sir.
With papers or without papers, we don't need none of them right now. We need to just handle us.
Thank you.
That's not hard. That's not hard to. We don't gotta put it in no other queen and king terms. We ain't gotta beat around the bush. We just gotta just say how it is.
I agree with you on that, but do you get the point about the false argument being raised with this mass deportation issue that I was tracing?
There is no false argument.
If they're going to do a sleight of hand and send which 10 million out to bring those 10 million you described in, do you get what I'm saying now, brother?
There is no 10 million coming back in. It's everybody that came across the border. If you're not here legally with paperwork, you gone. There is no misnomer in what I'm saying. Maybe you're looking at it from some kind of way, because I don't know what you're saying. But I
because Alabama I think what Alabama was thinking, that after those 10 million is gone, it ain't nothing for another 10 million to come as long as they get paperwork, and we still gotta go against another 10 million in the end.
No, that's not how not how it works. That's not how that works.
If they coming through paperwork and we just letting them come, but they doing it the right way, eventually the numbers gonna add up.
Bright Mo.
Is there some president and people in the government that we call all different names that we might not side with on things?
You breaking up, Rude.
Oh, okay. I'm still breaking up.
You sound staticky.
He gonna reload real quick. I know Root. He gonna reload. But Alibama, what I'm saying, this is class warfare. What you're seeing right now is just replacement migration. So even if they was to deport, let's say everybody that came, right? The people that have paperwork, it takes them 4 to 8 years to complete the process. You do know that, right? Okay. In that process, they have to go through the whole thing. They have to know the whole history of the United States. So these are the people that they're saying has to become what do you call that? What do you call that when you comply with the state? What is that called? I can't think of the word off the top of my head right now.
National, become a citizen?
No, not so much as becoming assimilate. Those they're only going to allow the people that's going to assimilate to the United States. That's not going to harm the United States. So, with that being said, the people that have come across, like Sister Bethia said, I don't know if y'all seen this, but it's a whole bunch of Chinese people coming across that border, dog. It's a whole bunch of Arabs coming across that border, dog. It's not just Mexicans. I want people to stop thinking that it's just Mexicans.
You know, I can agree with that.
Smoke, you are absolutely correct. Now, those 200 checkpoints, you know that this is all funded under an immigration organization alleging asylum refugee status through the UN and FEMA. I'm sure you're probably aware of the details.
Oh,
but
can I just cut in really quick and say that
sure,
I don't have a
Queen
problem
Mother.
with. I just want to make this very clear. I don't have any problem with the indigenous people of the Americas coming across the border. That meaning Mexicans. I fucks with Mexicans. They're indigenous to the Americas. I'm talking
But what's
about
the
the
issue
ones
with
that
legal versus illegal?
look. I don't care. They should be able to walk freely on their land. That's all. I'm gonna
That's
leave it
cool,
right there.
PC, Becky. I'm agreeing
Y'all
with you.
got it. Y'all got it.
Can I say this? Say something. That I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna fall back. This is a curious one. One of the things that I see as we move forward, this happens every darn 4 years. If you just pay attention to this shit, this is a talking point for the next election. Now,
thank you, brother. I'm glad you brought that shit up. Keep cooking, nigga.
That's all that shit. That's all this is. It's no more than a talking point for the election, right?
Hey, bro, can I build with you real quick? If the issue is illegal immigration and foreign invaders, don't the first immigrants and invaders got to be in dress who set up this pseudo government allowing other invaders to just come in freely? That's because when we keep saying the United States and you got to learn the rules of the United States, when you go get your citizenship, they teaching you about Africa. They teaching motherfuckers about nigger shit. They teaching motherfuckers about indigenous Indians. All the shit that we be on here kicking saying is false, they saying is true in order to get U.S. citizenship because they're immigrants themselves. The first issue ain't even being addressed.
Right. But here's the biggest issue is this, right? All these so-called foreigners, as we want to say, once they come in and start their citizenship, guess what they classify them as?
They white.
Exactly. So how do you keep, hold on. Let me say what I'm gonna say.
Go ahead, bro.
How do you keep perpetuating that these numbers are higher and higher and higher? Here's the reason why they do this, right?
It's called political. It's called a political fallacy, brother.
That's all it is.
Man, if they count you as 3/5 still, and they count anybody who come over and check that they white, whether you Arab, whether you Northern African, Somalian, Ethiopian, all of them come over and say they white people. Egyptians come over and say that they white people. Like y'all don't even get the script, and the foreigners
that's all it
already
is.
Here inside of your fucking military. that you don't want an Asian across the border, but it's niggas called Mr. Lee that's motherfucking generals in the military. It's Asians that's motherfucking high-ranking officers, and Russians and Germans that's high-ranking officers in the Federal Bureau and all this Fed shit and all that shit been wrapped. We need to address the first immigration before we address poor niggas crossing the border. That's weak to me. The nigga, poor nigga ain't never been a threat to me. The threat is the motherfuckers the foot that's already on my neck.
That's it. And so we focus on all this, what is being propagated or promulgated in front of us, and it's really, and until you can put your finger on it and see it for yourself or go down and touch it with your own hands, how do you know what is being reported or allegedly being reported is true? See, we keep spinning our reels. I've been listening to multiple channels talk about this daggone immigration, and we need to do this, and immigrants. All of them is immigrants, no matter whether they been here or they still coming. So the argument is, do we keep giving our energy to something that you will? No, this is curious one. Do we keep giving our energy to something that we will never be able to stop? They don't talk about the Canadian border, do they? No. They don't talk about the Pacific Coast border, do they? No. Do they talk about the Eastern Seaboard border? No. People come into this country in multiple ways all the time. I've been stationed on the West Coast. I'm telling you what I know. I've been up from down there from Mexico all the way up to Seattle. And the whole Western Seaboard has multiple different groups of people that come into this country.
That's where all your Asian fluctuation coming from.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna say, when you think about Asians coming into America, they coming on the ship, just like the Russians, the Irish, and all of them coming. And I'm from Chicago. I'm glad you just said that shit about the Canadian border, brother, because in Chicago, when you dealing with Polish people, Germanic people, Russians, even the Asiatic people that's up there, them motherfuckers migrate down from Canada because it's just, you could just get right across the border. Like, you see what I'm saying? That you can walk. Canadian border ain't guarded like that.
So like I say, that is just, this whole situation is just an election talking point. That's all it is.
People don't understand how open that Detroit and Ramsey borders are.
Okay,
man, bro. Like I say, I've been on the West Coast. I've been on the East Coast. I've been a lot of different places. I'm just like my brother Alabama. I'm Navy guy, and I'm telling you, it's all a mind game. It's all a mind game.
We're having a straight smoke.
It's all a mind game. It's no more than a mind game. And once you
that's
realize
why you gotta let white people know that they foreigners. You cannot let them call themselves American. You have to stop them when they do that. You got to let them know, no, you're not American. You're a United States citizen. There's only one American.
That's where they trick you at, bro. That's where they trick you at. I've been listening all night. We've been using U.S. as a term for American, and I said that from the jump that they two completely different things. And if and people who want to sign up for the corporation, they got the right to do that, but the corporation is the first immigrant, so they got the right to bring in immigrant workers and keep on pushing the middle class down and all of that, because it's not our system to begin with, brother. That's
why people have to understand that Indian not tax. We are the only ones that don't have to pay taxes.
But that's why they keep making you think that want you to think that, man, all this black and all this African and all, man, it's all a mind game. We got
that so-called black dollar. You paying taxes.
All right. So let's talk solutions. Who has an idea better than Big Meech?
I don't know nothing about Big Meech. I don't know nothing about
him. Sister Bethy, with me being from Detroit, Sister Bethy,
I didn't even get to ask my question.
I'm sorry.
All I want to talk about now is solutions. Now, Ali Bamu created what he said is a government. I don't want to go under that government. I want a better one. Yes, y'all. My boo want to talk to me for a minute, so y'all got it.
So the foreign invasion
Charles finna get on
2.0.
your motherfucking line, TT, back the other Alabama. He say all this big meat shit I've been hearing all night. Get your ass off that motherfucker.
Well,
I don't want to
calm
hear
down
shit else
now.
about big
Calm
meat
down,
tonight.
Bobby. Don't start some shit now, bro.
What she
Don't
say when
start
she used to get
nothing.
off work? When
Hey,
she used to
Charles
go
say,
mess with?
Charles walked in and say, mute that motherfucking mic. Now, what for all this shit I've been hearing about big meat? Uh-huh.
Damn,
Who she
Bobby.
say she was getting off work messing with again?
Nigga, who you finna go link up with?
Y'all better go look up Willie background.
Now, Bobby, if I could circle back to the notion you all raised, which is correct, is this a foreign enterprise entirely inhabited by, which they advertise daily about this a nation of immigrants? What the fuck? That's a goddamn marketing campaign. This a nation of immigrants, not the land, not America. But we don't check them on this. They are United States citizens and they are not Americans. You see? So
Hey,
that's what
one
the
one
whole
one truth.
problem is, huh?
I was saying hi to Truth. The link in the chat, bro. Go ahead.
So the issue is addressing again, and I think all know I'm very simple in my message. There's only one thing, there's only one America, and that identity crisis is preventing us from doing what needs to be done. So until that's addressed, we got a lot of wayward people that are going to be going off and dying as they're already doing for these criminals to
Because
defend this enterprise.
we cannot do this in no other country. No other country would allow another continent of people to come and claim who they are.
I'm talking about though there is a remedy or a solution, and I don't know if he's a devil or lying to the people, but there's this man out here, this motherfucker that turned orange sometime. I think he live in Florida. Said fuck all these foreigners. So to Bobby and the Ali Bamu saying there ain't a resolution out here to make people in this land better, I just think that's disingenuous. I aggress.
Oh, wait a minute. You putting words in my mouth now, Smoke. I ain't never say no shit like that. I got resolutions, nigga.
Nah, this root word saying that y'all saying that it's okay to
Oh
let
no, I got
Europeans,
resolutions,
30
bro.
seconds, Bobby. 30 seconds, Bobby. Yeah, it's okay to. Well, we're gonna act like the Europeans. Y'all mad that the Europeans came over here and beat y'all's ass, and now y'all mad that we running over here like them. Why? Yes, we're mad at everybody, but we can't whoop the Europeans. We vote for somebody to keep everybody else out. Why not do that as a remedy?
Wait.
Say, okay,
Because my
Bobby, I'm
point,
asking a simple question. Why not vote for a motherfucker that's gonna keep all these people out and keep the Europeans in check? What's the other remedy?
but because my point is this: if that's what you want to do, I have no disagreeing with that. The only thing I'm saying is say that you don't like Eastern Europeans. Then don't say you don't like immigrants because this ain't an immigrant conversation. Y'all ain't got no problem with immigrants. Hold on, wait. I'll let you finish. The
Bobby
reason
saying
why
Trump
I'm
an
saying
immigrant
it's
too.
not an immigrant conversation or where you might have got me a little confused is because I said you can't ask immigrants to help fight your immigration problem. The first immigrants is these people that have set themselves up in this de facto government, military, i.e. Navy, Air Force, and all of this with the same last names that these other foreigners is coming over, and we're asking them for help. I ain't got no problem with Trump, but all I know, Trump used to be
Why
drunk,
stop
and
it?
that mother.
And
Hold
why
on, wait a
stop
minute.
at 10 years?
Hold on, wait a minute. Trump used to be drunk, and that motherfucker's German. So how he fighting against his bloodline? See what I'm saying?
Don't run from the question, Bobby and
No,
Alibaba.
don't run from the fact.
And
He's a
why?
German.
Wait,
Wait till you're done.
He's a German.
why only roll
Y'all
back 10
running your
years? Why
mouth
not
about is
100?
cool. Y'all running your mouth about it's cool to that these Europeans beat us, and y'all and the foreign melanated people, y'all saying it's cool for them to act like these foreign people. But there's a man named Trump in there that's got a remedy that's gonna stop all this shit.
Wait, you missed my point,
remedy?
Rootword.
Do
Rootword,
and
you missed
Bobby,
my point.
do you and
I
Alibaba
think
have a
that he
remedy
has a
to
remedy.
stop this
I do.
problem that's in America?
I got you. Listen, if Trump has a remedy, Rootword, I'll rock with you on that. The only point that I'm making, and that's none of the shit you just said, I said this. Listen to me again. Trump is drunk. He is an Eastern European. That's no way around that. So when you say we need somebody to fight against foreigners and Eastern Europeans, you're asking an Eastern European to fight the battle for you. That's not me saying nothing else but what the facts is.
And I think that, yeah, although he says that the border, that Trump can do whatever he says he's going to do at this so-called border, again, my brothers, that's just a talking point. If you go back and look at all these presidencies, all of them, I go back to Carter and Clinton and Reagan, they all talk the same thing, man, about the
now
border.
listen, hold on, bro. I ain't finna cut. I'm cutting you again. Trump got elected on. He had a campaign based on solidifying American power against foreign policies and foreign governments. Correct?
Exactly. But
The first thing he did. Hold on. Wait a minute. When he got elected. Hold on. When he got elected, all I'm saying is when he got elected, he went and shook hands and cut deals with all the people that he said he was finna check.
I agree.
No, he didn't, man. You can't name one person that he went over there and didn't bully.
China, Russia, Germany, Ukraine. He went over there and shook hands with all of them.
Hold up.
See, what I'm saying, Bobby, is you and Ali Bamu got an open border policy for the melanated people that are looking up to the Europeans.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
I actually think you do.
Us people from the inner America.
No, I don't. It don't matter what you think I have. I'm telling you that I don't.
And then you can get done. I'm gonna tell you your word, what you said. You
No, I
said
didn't
that,
say that.
oh, y'all mad that the melanated people coming
I
through
never
the
said
border.
melanated. I don't even believe in melanin, nigga.
Why you gotta cut me off, Bobby? Y'all suck with these foreigners. When somebody step up to the plate, y'all get mad when they telling them the niggas.
Rude, he's not gonna cut you off. I put him in the back so you can say it, and then I put him back up so he can speak. Because I want the audience to hear. And after you, then I'm going. Go, Rude Word.
Okay, all I'm saying is what I'm hearing from both of them is we saying we hear a dude that got remedy that's saying, look, we're gonna check all these foreigners in here. And y'all saying no because he's a foreigner. I don't care what he is. I want all the melanated African fucking islanders to get the fuck out of here or stay out of here. And I want the Europeans. But y'all mad that a European is gonna do it. If y'all don't have a remedy, y'all only hating on, y'all only siding with the foreigners, Ali Bamu and Bobby. I digress.
All right, now I'm gonna let Bobby back up so he can respond. And I happen to agree with you on that response, Root Word. But I'm gonna let Bobby respond now. And I don't cut him off because I want to hear what Bobby has to say. You got it, Bobby.
I appreciate that, TT. Much respect to everything Root Word said, and I'm gonna be quick. It's literally a political jargon talking point in order to get elected. He did that last time, and everything that he did was to help HBCUs, and he went and he actually wrote a lot of things into policy that help open up the borders if y'all go look deeper into it. So I think that y'all kind of getting confused with people running points and the things that they say in order to get elected and the actual policies that they set forth. And I'm gonna leave it
every time, my brother. That's all.
Man, them are lies, man. I keep asking him, man. He can't name the policy that opened up the border. He fucking built a wall and he kicked Europe out of America for 6 months. He kicked his family. He said, look, Europe. He said, get out of here for 6. No, that's a lie. I said it wrong. He said you can't come back and forth to America no more for 6 months. Y'all hating on truth, bro. I digress.
I'm not.
The border wall. Listen, the border wall is the biggest political fallacy scam joke in the history of America, and for people to still prop that bullshit up as a talking point for some shit Trump was supposed to do to keep the border safe, a fucking wall. That's literally idiocracy at its finest. I'm not even gonna argue that. If y'all want to believe that a wall, if y'all want to believe that this man was going to get a 30-foot wall across the whole southern border of Mexico built, then believe that shit. Cool. What's that gonna do about the Russians coming in from motherfucking New York? What's that gonna do about the Asians coming in from fucking LA and the West Coast? And what's this gonna do about all the other motherfuckers coming in from Canada?
Nothing.
He is the only person that kicked Europe out of America, and you just ran from that. You ain't gonna speak on that. You are out.
What European did he kick out of America? What European did he kick out of America? I'm asking you that.
Y'all don't like that shit. See, he
no,
went against his European.
I don't know, Smoke. You got to enlighten me on that. I don't know.
Sister Bethy.
My
Sister
sister.
Bethy, if it ain't gonna be
You
Trump,
got it. You
then we
got it
gotta go
right,
back
Mo.
to Pookie and Ray Ray and Michi
There you go.
and the rest of the brothers.
There you go. You got it
Can,
right, Modizi. You've been sitting for
Chief,
a long time.
Chief, can I?
Let Bright let Bright Modizi go, and then after him, Curtis.
I'm just keeping it short, sister. I feel like shit. Just keep it short and simple. It ain't hard.
All right, there you
Can,
go.
can I
Go
say
ahead,
one thing,
Curtis.
Chief?
Go
Hey,
ahead.
can I just say this one thing? I'm just gonna say it like this because I hear it all the time. Do you really think in your natural mind that you're gonna ever stop anybody from coming back and forth and traveling from country to different countries? It's not gonna happen. We got to get that out the mind. And if you think that these people gonna leave this land, you highly mistaken. It's not going to
Well,
never happen, and we can't raise. I'm not talking about us as indigenous. We can't raise no army to ejaculate nobody away from here. So the
okay,
argument is that we need to come together as people and let's quit all this bullshit bickering about foreign policies and individuals that's coming. How do we build ourselves? How do we build ourselves? Where do we go from here? This is 2024. Where do we go from here? That's
okay,
what we should be focusing on. And all this, oh, we gonna need to it kick people out from in the it ain't gonna happen. That's never gonna
okay,
happen. They came here in the 15, 13, 1400s. They been here and they ain't gone nowhere yet.
Who
And we
was the
giving
middle
this ed-
class before the 2000s? Before it wasn't no middle class.
I don't know that answer, my brother. I don't know that answer. I know that I came from my
Well,
bloodline. They landowners and they had small businesses. I can tell you that much. So I can't tell you who was the middle class.
okay.
I know who's in
So
the middle
I'm
class
I,
now.
I'm gonna say this.
there's no middle class now.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this.
Yes, yes. Please.
Um, here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I do believe that there's no. Do I think that we're gonna be able to stop people from coming over here illegally? No, but we can put a cap on it from it being the masses. I mean, look at all these fucking people in California and these other states that got tents up on the ground. I've never seen no shit like that in U.S. history. And if it happened, I wasn't born. I've never seen all those tents. And like they're saying in the chat, we don't know if those are just young militant dudes from other countries. We don't know who the fuck is in here. Now, you're saying, what can we do now? Well, others are saying we should start our own government. Ain't nobody fucking moving on that. I'm not going to Ali Bamu's uh, under his government because I seen a bunch of motherfuckers that look like Jamaicans and I don't want to be under them. And if they ain't Jamaicans, I apologize. Number two, we uh, have not been in office, granted, the way they do the system, since 1872.
Yeah, I
And
agree with you.
and
They
and
pushed us out.
and nobody can't say, "Oh, we not gonna get in there because they ain't gonna let us in." How do we know if we don't go for it in the droves? We won't do it. We won't do it. What's up with this? Since 1872.
I don't think it's Sister Bethy. I don't think that we won't do it. I think that it's a lot of us that think we can't do it.
And that's the problem right there.
And
So
that's the
then
problem.
then then they can't get mad at me because I said I'm voting for Trump. Because like I said, if Pookie and Ray, just like I got my post, if Pookie, Ray Ray, and Lil Man ain't gonna do it, then it's Trump 2024. Because
I feel you,
I'm
man.
looking at Pookie, Ray Ray, and Lil Man on this list from 1872. See, get Big Meech drug selling out your head. I'm talking about His ain't nobody been in the office since his fucking 5th generation granddaddy in 1872.
Sister Bethy,
So now
can
I relinquish.
No, you don't got to relinquish, but I want people to understand when you keep on bringing up Meech. It's not that he was selling drugs. It's the business mindset that this man had.
Correct.
He went across these states and brought multiple gangs, if y'all want to call them gangs or organizations, together. Meechy fed families.
Facts.
Detroit survived off of Meechy. Atlanta came up off of Meechy.
Hold on, wait a minute.
No, let this man. You know what? Y'all gonna let him finish saying what he's saying. I'm fucking tired of this cut off shit. Let this man finish saying what he's saying, because we know y'all don't like Meech, but the fucking hate is real. I like him. I like his mindset, and he's bold, and he ain't scared of shit. Everybody always go, oh, he did. Oh, he did. Fuck you. I think he got a great business mindset. Unfortunately, they wasn't letting niggas in jobs, so he learned how to do what he knew how to do.
Detroit been broke my whole life.
And business suits motherfuckers can't stand this shit. So fuck y'all. You got
That's why they don't let, if y'all want to get off of Meechy, that's why they didn't want to let people like Ice Cube, those P. Diddy's, those Dr. Dre's, they didn't want them to come in without infiltrating their minds, because they knew the mindset that we already had, what we can do. Meechy was a fearless man. Man, like I said, Detroit was broke my whole life.
If you gotta live in your brother's past, then you don't got no fucking future. That's what I was told. That's what I was told. If you gotta live in your brother's past, then where's your future?
But when we talk about like I'm agreeing with y'all, but a lot of so-called people that go against people like Big Meech, I understand heroin kills, and I know he sold heroin. But when you come to registering cocaine and crack to alcohol, I don't know which one is worse. When you come to putting cocaine and crack to motherfucking cigarettes, God damn, I know which one is worse. Cigarettes.
Talk to
when
him,
it comes to putting motherfucker, I'm almost done. Let me land my plane.
Talk to him,
people that work every day, and a lot of these, I'm not going to put names, but a lot of people that judge Big Meech, they will not judge the Marlboro man and Newport man. They know the Newport man and Marlboro man going to kill them and the person next to him. They won't judge the alcohol man and the Hennessy man, and they know everybody got some family member that died of a car wreck or injured or did some sick shit when they was drunk. So I'm not saying that crack and cocaine is good. No, I'm not saying that shit, but I'm saying you got to put them all in the same basket and quit judging Big Meeches. But I digress.
I'm not judging Big Meech. I hope they don't. Can I finish real quick? I hope y'all not taking it the wrong way. What I'm speaking on Big Meech is this. Being that I was outside around that time and living in Detroit, the truth of the matter is, it's always the showboat nigga who get written into history. If we talk about the business mind, that's Southwest T. It's always the motherfucker who you never see in nothing, never flashy. If we being really logical and talking about the real of it, Big Meech is the reason why the shit went down, because he was too fucking flashy and too.
Okay, so
but it ain't no Meech without Southwest T.
I'm not trying to hear no negative stuff. That's that hater shit.
It's no Meechy without Southwest T.
That's that hating shit. That's that hating shit, Bobby.
That's that hating shit. That's why he's not on the panel. Because, like I said, if you gonna live in the nigga's past, then you don't have too much of a future. I'm tired of it. So what? He sold drugs in the past. He has a business mind, and he needs to work with the right professional people to help him do things civilly, because that mindset he got is off the chain. That motherfucker is bad. I'm serious. This man is.
See, Sister Bethy,
but people don't understand the operation that went on.
See, this the thing of a warrior. When you're a warrior, you gotta know and be the type of person that Michi was. He had to chill out at certain times. He had to not be flashy at certain times. We just knowing that the downfall of it.
I
Y'all
mean, if
gotta
we
think
looking at
about the
our
whole
city,
come up
Right.
too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think honey.
like there was
And
a
I
big
And
don't
meech in
again,
live
every
out
city
there.
I
on
know
the lower
nothing about
level.
Big Meech.
I
There was
don't
like a
Nothing
live
big
about
out
meech in
Big
every
there.
city
Meech.
on the
If
lower
it
level
wasn't for
if was
me,
around.
T would have probably been doing he probably would have been
Hey, y'all,
selling
there was a
cars or
CIA
something.
operation. All y'all got to
Right.
do is look into the CIA operation that went along with the Sinaloa cartel, and they killed every black man that was balling in the community. Every last one got wiped out. All you got to do is just think about your community and remember the niggas that was balling with the 1 kilo, 5 kilos, 10 kilos, 20 kilos. They ain't around no more because the Sinaloa cartel with the Mexican government, because they're all together, got along with the CIA and wiped us out. And Big Meech was the last one standing. Big Meech went down there to Mexico and got told on by the Mexicans. They were trying to kill that man down there, and they couldn't. So they said, we're going to set him up, and the Mexicans going to sell him 1,000 kilos and tell the CIA.
And I believe that to be very true.
It's the truth.
Even if it's the half true, I believe it.
But no, the
And
spooky thing is, Sister Bethy, they paid a lot of military black men to come in the communities and do this shit.
I believe
It
it.
wasn't no white men and Mexicans killing these niggas off.
I truly, truly believe that root word. And the point that I've been trying to make, because it's people like Bobby. He come up here, and I don't got nothing against Bobby. It's just that his mindset. He can't expect everybody to think like him. When you got the majority outnumbering you, you got to take that. Just like I got to take a lot of shit. I don't care about this. Well, if you're going to stick your finger up, Bobby, that's cool too. Like I said, I got thick skin, sweetheart, and I could take it. I could take it. That's cool. That's cool. But you could do it back there. That's all right. That's all right. It's cool. Um, I don't live in people's past. I don't know the whole story of this man's life in Chicago. But what I do know from what I read up on this man is very intelligent. And me being the life I live, we live totally separate lives. But his thought and his intelligence is something I can work with and transition. These are the brothers that I want to work with. If I could turn one of these brothers into something positive in the community, because I know he got the intelligence, but he was just using the wrong methods to get with. And I understand why this
Look,
man
Sister Bethy.
went to the level that he went to because of what all of our men go through in our community. And I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about the silent people that nobody don't talk about. I'm talking about this nigga brother that was able to connect with other brothers in other states. That's remarkable.
But so I don't know the story on this brother.
It's just a drug
Again,
thing. It's a drug thing,
yeah,
Kurt. It's not great.
yeah.
He was able to
I
connect
don't
with
know.
other gangs in other
He was a
states.
kingpin.
Yeah,
Okay,
kingpin.
so
But
he was the man. And
yeah,
so,
and
but at the end of the day, most brothers that have that type of enterprising ability have a great mind. Got it. I understand what you're saying about his mindset, right? What his how the vision that he had to create whatever connections that he did throughout the states. I understand that,
that's
but
you,
again,
Alabama.
but
It
again,
is, and I was trying
Okay,
to say the same thing I'm hearing him
okay.
say, but am
Go
I
ahead.
yeah,
still
Go
in the
ahead.
hunky hole?
yeah,
No,
nah,
you
nah, you
fell
ain't in
off.
the
I don't know.
hole,
You fell
but
off. I can see
you
your
ain't in the hole.
avatar now. I can see your avatar now.
Yeah,
But
so
go
so
ahead and finish, Kurt.
I get what you're saying. His mindset it was a business mindset. Yes, he did what he did, but I understand what you're trying to say. You're trying to basically say, don't let me put the words in your mouth, that the business model or the business mindset that he used is what you want to work with, not because the drug thing. Of course, we know how that goes down, and again, the CIA, as Root Word said, they gonna take out somebody that's going to be able to connect the people. at all times, you notice that happens. The only people they give you is a preacher, right? That's the only people they
Right.
let run free. Come on, open up your eyes. And like y'all, we always say, we supposed to be awake, or we supposed to see the big picture, but that's the only people that they're going to give you, because they're going to preach on Jesus and how Jesus saves. So we have to understand that is where we're at in America, and it's going to be this way. It's never changed. Every 10 years is another TV evangelist. You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna talk
And
about
that's authorized. Is that
that's authorized.
authorized?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's
So my
it.
question, if I could segue from what you said, because that's the exact same thing I was saying, though. I seem to trigger niggas for whatever reason, my tone or what I'm saying. My question to you is a current Meech, not someone old behind bars. How much would he be able to do when you release him? Now go ahead and free Meech. I'm talking about today. Which Meeches today would be addressed, and how would they be recruited?
You saying that to me, or you saying that to Sister Mary?
Or you, brother, or or whomever. I'm saying.
Well, I would
I'm
start. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chief Gertie. I'm so sorry.
I don't think that once whomever was released, a younger Meech, whoever that is, once that person is released, I don't think that he'll. I use some people in my family, although they want to do well, although they, the system is already stacked against you. Once you get the F on you, it's stacked against you. So if you don't create your own business,
you mean the scarlet letter of an ex-convict?
Yeah. The word.
Okay, let me
Fed.
put it to you this way, brother. How many of these dispensaries are we going to control and get licensed from, while all these people are put in jail for something that's not a criminal enterprise? You are taking the weed naturally from the herb, and you are being locked up for not even distributing it. So explain to me how we would redirect and getting dispensaries for profit
going in and filing the paperwork and getting niggas to put the money behind it.
And when we get some people that's like really black, that's like doing something,
I got
when
homies
they start
that own dispensary, bro.
Talk to him, True.
Real shit.
I'm saying that the Pookie and the Ray be going to jail and getting castrated for this and get destroyed for this shit. Be doing rape numbers, be doing murder numbers, while people that work every day vote for this system and don't say, look, man, shouldn't be in jail that long. That's the problem, is we get treated like we these bad people, and all we is some business-minded motherfuckers that want to make some money. But every store you go in and get gasoline, they got death in there. They got cigarettes, they got fucking alcohol, and all the GMO foods. So most people that work every day don't. So that's all I'm saying is the direction of the. I digress. My fault.
Nah, you good. I'm just saying, don't buy it. Ain't nobody forcing you to buy nothing, bro. Like, I mean, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Nobody forced people to buy crack, bro. Nobody forced people to buy cocaine. But when niggas sell it, they put us in jail forever. And now you're seeing a new thing. All these Mexicans and these Latinos, they come from third world countries. Don't lock them up like the niggas. I'm like, hold on, but nobody in our race have our back. Farrakhan don't have our back. The Christian congregation don't have our back. These military motherfuckers don't have our back. So
they don't have
it. It's not really our fault. It's y'all's fault.
They
Do
don't
y'all
have
know how much money would be in our economy? Do y'all know how much money would be in our economy if Big Meech and people like that were still controlling the communities, except for the Mexicans?
Talk to him, Moo.
I don't know what.
Do you know how many women would be happy in our community? But
talk to him, bro.
My fault.
Nah, you good, bro.
I seen a lot of houses going foreclosure after the fall of BMF.
I mean, that's because niggas that left, the niggas chose to leave their neighborhood and go buy houses somewhere else instead of buying the houses in their neighborhood. So who fault is that?
No, some of them just didn't have ways to get money no more.
I mean, well, them ain't the ones that's buying the houses, so I'm not talking about them. They supposed to be buying the houses to make it accessible for their people to rent the houses out. So once again, man, a lot of this shit sound like defeated talk, bro. Ain't nobody holding us back from shit but yourself. Like real shit. Like I don't fucking go through racism. You know why? Because I ain't gonna fucking allow it, and I'm gonna address it at the door. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if it's a badge or non-badge. Non-badge might get your ass whooped quicker. So a lot of this shit, like, man, I be hearing shit like, oh man, they do this to us, they don't let us do that, but then I see niggas actually doing it. So the problem really is it's a mind.
mindset. And there you go, my
Man, y'all
brother.
got it.
I said it for
Yeah,
you. I said it for
yeah.
you.
Go
It's
ahead,
a
talk for me.
mindset. I said it's a mindset. We have been socially engineered to think that we have no value, right? That's the whole issue. We've been socially engineered to think that we have no value. I grew up in a family that did drywall. My grandfather in 1920 owned his own drywall business. He was a private contractor in 1920. It's on the census, right? That shit is in my DNA. I do drywall. I do all that bullshit because I know that it's a market for it. And it's like, I can do it. It's like this. Most folks are scared to do that type of work or don't want to do it is because they don't, it's too dirty. It's this, it's that. But we have to be able to say, oh, fuck it. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to change brakes on cars. I may not have
So what's
a
the
business.
excuse of going into the underground economy if you just had the same opportunity and you put your mind to it and your skill set? Is that the excuse? Victim mentality we're tolerating for having this disease, cancer, or whatever, killing the so-called Black community? Because they are providing a service. Some would argue they are providing dope to people who are trying to escape oppression.
Their life.
I don't buy any of that shit. But let's just say, for argument, that is the logic of this underground economy, feeding off the poorest of the society. Now, someone said earlier, the middle class will be eradicated. So mostly middle class niggas gonna be poor niggas soon, I guess, on dope. Would you agree? So we're gonna have a larger underground
It
economy.
look like a lot of them are already there.
I can't say.
If you look out in the streets, if you in the streets enough, you can see that the middle class is already out there.
I said that. I'm the one that said the middle class is being reduced. I said that.
Was some real shit.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know that though? How do you know that for sure?
Those motherfuckers that can make middle class money. Shit.
Well, what is middle class money, bro? Root? What is middle class?
It ain't 100% middle class. It's all underground. But he made a good point right there, man. You be looking at most of these middle class people, like, man, they doing something, bro. It ain't nothing bad though. It's only people that always hating on people making something bad going on because these people trying to take care of their family and do better. Not to tell motherfuckers out here taking people's kidneys and shit and sex trafficking somebody's daughter or some shit or beating up on some woman doing some shit. But if a motherfucker out here just producing a service for somebody, don't get mad at them and you don't get mad at the alcohol man, the cigarette man, and the prescription drug man and the fucking war fucking machine. You just hating on your own race. You just a hater. But
I wonder if the chat knew who the middle class was.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is
I wanna. It's obvious.
And Sister Bethy, do not do.
The middle class to me, like I come from.
This is middle class. This is what they're saying. Middle class income. The middle class is officially those earnings put them in the 40th to 60th percentile of household income. The income range is $55,000 to $89,000. That's what they're saying middle class income is.
That's good.
So can we address this argument?
Every state had a middle class like in the 70s and 80s.
Raising what vice? Let me finish this, bro. What vice is legitimate as to what is illegitimate? So all dope, all things, as a libertarian argument, by the way, should be legal and not illegal so that people are not criminalized for dispensing whatever drug, Schedule 1, 2, marijuana. Is that what you're saying, Groot?
Yes, I'm saying that you should quit. Not you. People should quit judging the undermarket unless it's harming somebody. Like the black market, they should quit judging it. Quit judging people that's in the underworld. Quit judging, unless they're harming somebody.
You can't say crack is bad if you're alcoholic.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Or wino.
Or wino.
And to keep
when somebody dies from liver disease or a car accident every day.
And to keep it all the way neat, what did Walter Payton die from? Alcoholism. No
I'm
shit, I
saying, yeah.
didn't know
Didn't
that.
he have liver disease?
He was an
Most
alcoholic,
people
bro.
that call themselves black gonna die eating too good. If
That's
you want to
deep,
know the
man. I
truth,
didn't know.
most people that I know that live over 60 that's in my race, they eat too good. But blaming
Trump
street shit.
2024.
I
Trump
want to
We got a
2024.
address something.
we got an organic section in the grocery stores. It's a problem.
I want to address something quickly
Go ahead,
before we
sis.
move a little further. I want to address Bobby Knight that left some little derogatory messages back here. So when you do make that live about me, because that's what you seem to divert to when people disagree with your opinions. But before you keep going, and I know I'm the Newport bitch, that you're gonna give me the content I want, and that you're gonna expose Florida fake tribe scam paperwork. Honey, I got my best chiefs behind me. Our members, again, are in the 50 states, and we stick together. And if that's what you got on me, Mr. Bobby Knight, you ain't got nothing, boo.
As a young man,
We're
um,
still standing, Bobby. We're going on 4 years now, and
dog, this
we're
should be
very
killing me,
happy.
Sister Betty. This should be killing. As a young man, I'm seeing older men. This should be killing. Like, what is you mad about?
Exactly, and
Grow
you
the
know,
fuck up,
it's
old
really
man.
it's really interesting to me because at one point you're telling us OGs to shut the fuck up, and now when we're speaking up for someone and looking at Pookie and Ray Ray with a different eye, now I don't agree with you. So it's like, damn if I do it, damn if I don't. I supposed to be a middle class woman that looks down on Big Meech, talking shit about him? But I'm up here saying I'm turning in his negative into a positive, and you got a fucking problem with that. So you take your little black ass over there and make any kind of content you want about me, sweetheart. You go ahead and do that. All
Chief,
right.
you don't have to give that brother that energy.
No, but I wanted to give it to him so that when he knows that I see his messages in the back. So you could do that for TT baby. So
That's crazy.
it's like this.
Welcome to leadership.
I work with a
Shit.
bunch of people that are not happy with me, but I do a good job. And I'm sorry. I understand that we want our own government. I get that. Who doesn't? But we don't fucking have it right now. We don't have a formed government. So what else are we supposed to do? We haven't had anyone representing us in Congress since 1872. People that look like us, our Indian ancestors. So at this point, what the fuck do you want us to do?
It
We
sounds
can
like someone
continue to
saying
vote.
bend over and
Continue
take
to
it.
vote.
That's what it sounds like someone is saying.
No, to me it sound like Sister Betty telling us to put the people that we told to do a certain thing. We actually need to start making them do that now.
That's it.
That's what it sounds like she's saying.
Hold them
That's what I'm
accountable.
saying.
I mean, are we forgetting this was ours?
Yeah.
We did put people in charge.
That means
We
accountability.
did.
And I'm not disagreeing with that. That means accountability. And it doesn't matter who is in the office, white, black, polka dot. But what I'm very intrigued by with people with black behavior, is this some black on black crime shit I'm listening to?
Flag on the play.
Well,
Come
that would
on,
be
man.
a
Don't
flag on the
change the
play
subject
movie
while she's
if
coming
it's
up
a
with
black
remedy, man.
mentality. No, I'm not changing the subject because
Flag on the
that's the
play.
black market, the black market, and black men, allegedly, black men who sold poison to black people. So I'm asking you, if
No,
these
no,
are
no, no. It
all
wasn't just
agreed
black
people,
people. Those drugs went to everybody.
We could say the same thing about Ali Bama as he joined a murderous cult called the military and went around the world and blew motherfuckers up. See what I'm saying? He don't have a right to talk about people that sold poison. He don't have a right to talk about people that sold poison. He don't have a
Rule,
right.
give me 1 second,
He don't
Rule.
have a
Give me
right.
1 second, Rule.
One mic.
I'm gonna land my plane.
Respect,
I'm
bro.
almost done.
Can
People
I
that go
say
around the
one
world
thing?
and murder people and push buttons and blow people up with war machines like called the Navy and shit. You don't have the right to talk about poison.
You
I
can't
don't-
tell me what I have a right to talk about.
I'm just
Rude.
gonna talk about
Can I say something?
Rule. You're going about it the wrong way, Rule. You're going about it the wrong way.
You not right that
Can
y'all
I say
side
one
for
thing?
murdering.
Rule, hold on. You're going about it the wrong way.
Murderer, bro.
Bro,
You
Root.
and your brotherhood that you signed up for, that you had to say yes, sir, 5 times a day to a white man, or he would smack the shit out you. I seen
That's
the
not
movie
so.
with motherfucking. I
That's
seen
not
the
so.
movie.
First of all,
See, this
That's
is
not
what y'all
so.
don't like to talk
You're
about. That y'all went
That's
through
not so.
racism in the military,
Your
and they
ignorance.
tortured you
You're
niggas in there.
Absolutely.
Y'all don't want
You're
to
correct.
admit
Okay,
that shit.
I'm not
I
gonna
even
keep
seen the
arguing with
movie.
a
You
fool.
let me talk,
I'm
Ali
not.
Bambu. Let
I'm
me
not
land
gonna
my plane
argue with
about
a
y'all.
fool.
Because we
saying
hear
you
about
can't speak.
Pookie and Ray
You
Ray
cannot
every day.
speak on
We don't
me.
hear about the
You don't know
military
me.
men.
I don't know you.
See,
I'm not
see,
speaking
see, so
about
you
you.
won't even let me
I
talk.
am asking a simple
See,
question.
let me talk.
Regardless
When you
of
done, I'm
you
gonna talk.
obviously
I'm gonna fall
do
back.
not know
Okay,
what
let's
military
Y'all
service
can't
is,
handle a
and
real
you have
conversation.
never served in the
okay.
military.
Y'all can't.
So the
Let's
You
same
have never
way
been in the streets.
you cannot speak on
I've never
something
served in the
in
army.
your
You right. I've
ignorance.
never signed a contract and
So
got my
then
ass
if
whipped
you
by a
would sit
white
on
man
your
and
tongue,
said yes,
if you
sir,
would
every
sit,
day.
Sister
if you would
Becky,
sit on
can
your
I
tongue.
explain Alabama?
I'm gonna fall back though. See, y'all get mad when y'all look like Gooden
Nobody's
Jr.
getting
See, I
mad.
seen
No,
the movie
nobody's
Gooden
getting
Jr.
mad.
How
But
they torture
I
y'all
want to
in there.
address.
I seen the
I
movie
want to
motherfucking
address.
Dead President.
Okay.
I
I
got
want to.
uncles in there, and y'all hate
I
that
want to
shit,
address.
bro. But y'all want to come out here and
I want to
talk about
address
us
Root
All
one
right,
day.
one, one time.
let's get a little
Can
bit of order. Let's get a little bit of order.
can I
You
address
go
the Root man?
curious. You go curious,
Okay,
and then after
brother
curious
Root,
goes right Modizi.
brother Root. Let me just say this for you, and I'll say this, and I say this with respect. I joined the military when I was 18 years old. I came out when I was 42 years old. Right? Do the math.
Thank you.
But what we
Y'all are evil people.
Wait,
no,
Root.
that's
I
not
like to say
I'm gonna let you
necessary.
thank you for
respond.
your service, sir.
That's not necessary. See, that's coming for a point of view that you don't know about. So I contribute to the military to my success today because it gave me the discipline to do what I do today. Whether I had to say yes, sir, or no, sir, to anybody, I say yes, sir, to no, sir, to my elders today. The people that I grew up with, my mother raised me to say yes, sir, no, sir. You feel me? So for you to always try to attack somebody that's been in the military because you have an oppression or you think you have an oppression, that's totally wrong. No, I've never been in the street, so I can't tell you anything about the street, right? But I can tell you what I bring to the table, and my calmness shows you. I don't have to argue with anyone. I don't have to argue with you. The military is what it is. It's different branches. So for you to classify all of us as killers and murderers and bombing people, that's not necessary. Because most of us, my brother, until we came into the information that we was indigenous to this land and made our own mind changes, now we understand the business that we're in. You feel me? And I digress. I digress, and I'll let you.
I just want to rebut it for 30 seconds.
Go ahead, brother.
If the shoe don't fit, you shouldn't wear it. You shouldn't have got into shit because you
No,
are.
I didn't get
just
upset.
Like, I'm almost done.
Okay,
See,
my brother.
when I hear people talk about Pookie and Ray Ray, they put us all in the same boat, and they torture us spiritually. I'm almost done, brother. When you just heard Ali Bamu say, "Me and my people sell poison," I will accept that, brother. Yes, we do sell poison, just like alcohol, cigarettes, and the drugs that they give y'all when y'all back hurt and everything. But you can't admit that you belong to a murderous group of people called the military that has never did nothing for our people, and all y'all do is go around the world and murder people. So you and your brotherhood that you protect should not talk about everybody else because y'all are a group of murderers that nobody in the world likes.
But you see, you saying y'all, but you didn't hear one word I
y'all
said.
military. You did not say nothing to Ali Bamu, your brotherhood. That's your brotherhood. See, I'm not going to even get into your brotherhood. You should have
Listen,
checked your brother saying, quit talking about people in the streets because we've never been there.
he's a grown man.
See?
I'm
So I'm
speaking
a
on
grown man
Curtis.
and I'm allowed to talk about the military, but you're defending Ali
But
Bambu and y'all jumping on me because both of y'all
I'm
belong
not
to the
jumping on you.
brotherhood.
I'm not jumping on you, but
No,
I'm
All right,
just
bro.
giving
And
you
it's
another
wrong that
point
y'all
of
talk
view.
about Pookie.
Curtis is not jumping on you, but I do want you to listen to him out root work because he's not jumping on you. He's really not.
I'm just saying you're speaking
Sister
on,
Betty, they both belong to the brotherhood military. Come on, Sister Betty.
But we
again,
everybody.
as I
Okay,
say, we have
listen,
different
Rootward, I
ways.
know you're upset.
Right.
I'm not
But we
upset.
have
I'm just like, Alabama shouldn't be trying to trigger people saying that we sow poison to the earth, which I can agree with Sister Betty. See, let's have that conversation. We sow poison, but what did you do to the earth in your military ship when you was going around there in the Navy? See, a person like that should not be allowed to trigger people from the streets and look down on us. That's all I'm
who you
saying.
talking to? Are you referring to me?
No, he's talking about
You
Ali
wasn't
Bambu.
even in this until you defended your brotherhood.
I didn't defend nothing, but I'm
You
speaking
did
on
because
me.
I'm defending the streets.
I'm
So you
speaking
came
on
to
me.
Ali Bambu's back and you see he's
didn't.
back there.
That's
No,
what you're
no.
thinking.
Rootward, I think
I'm
you're
speaking as
understanding it. Rootward, I think you're
I'm speaking as an
understanding him wrong.
individual.
He's speaking as an individual. He actually did not say anything about Pookie and Ray Ray, and you won't.
I wasn't even talking to him, Sister Bethy. I was talking about why is Ali Boomo getting mad at us for selling poison when he was on a Navy ship doing Navy things, and then he got in it because that's his brother.
No,
it's not my brother.
Why he got
it's not my brother.
I'm gonna fall back. You see, Ali Boomo ain't said nothing, Sister Bethy, and I've been trying to approach him on this shit.
He's letting
You
have
see,
the
he
mic.
falls back
That's
every
right.
time, Sister Bethy. Don't blame this on me.
No, I'm not blaming you at all, honey.
Nobody's
what
blaming
I'm
you, my
trying to
brother.
tell you is my chief here is a humble man, and he's explaining to you why he went to the service. He's not defending anything. He's literally explaining to you.
That's what I was
Why
saying.
did he put his foot in it? Why did he put his foot in it when I was directing the energy to his brother?
Because he doesn't want you to think that he went around the world killing people. He wants you to
I don't care about him. I was talking to Ali Bambu and he put his 2 cents in. And I'm still trying to talk to Ali Bambu and he put $1 in, $2 in. Now he up to $10. And I'm still trying to direct my energy to Ali Bambu, but y'all seem like y'all putting $50 in it and blocking it.
But okay,
because he's the one who keeps portraying like people from the streets are bad people. Ali Bambu is the one that keeps trying to set off these triggers. But y'all see, he's back right now being quiet. And his brother came in and said, I'm going to defend the military.
On me. I'm speaking
Why?
on individual.
When I was talking to Ali Bambu.
But because
hey, yo, can we get back on that conversation?
And every time I start speaking, others speak over me. So I will sit on my tongue. Because I don't need to address fools and foolishness. To me, all this stuff is irrelevant. And I thank you again, Curtis, for your service. But again, it shows you where you can't speak to a person who does not have your experience. And I had good rearing and spoke to my elders with respect before I went into the military at 17, just as Curtis did. I didn't need Uncle Sam to teach me a damn thing. Now, as far as what my question was, the issue still is if you're alleged black people, and I stress alleged, or black men, allegedly, selling poison to a black community, something you agreed to or claimed to participate in, I gather. Is that not as big a problem as the government of criminal enterprise operating on our land that is expediting the poison, which I did say this, did I not, Curtis? On more than one occasion, I can bring out chapter and verse of how we don't bring the drugs, we don't bring the guns here, but those drugs and guns are killing your people. You're not going out killing other people. None of the foreigners, none of the invaders. To this army that's feeding off of this impoverished community is going out to the border or anywhere else and raising up hell or killing anyone other than your own people. Now, if that's not a problem for you, that's your personal position. I still ask the question, if you are a supposed black person or allow yourself to be categorized as a black community, then shut the hell up and live your black existence.
Well, when I seen the biggest people that's in the dope game, like Big Meech and Frank Lucas and all them, and the other one from North Carolina and all them, they connected with the military and start getting shit done. So see, it was always a nigga in the military type thing that connected with each other. The ones that was righteous with each other. Then when I see the GDs and the motherfucking vice lords up in motherfucking up in goddamn Chicago, when they had the feds hats on, the military structure niggas that brought order and all that shit, I see them working together. But when I hear certain military niggas, they hate us, bro. Hate us with a passion. And it's even in the movies, Dead Presidents. You see what I'm saying? I'm just bringing facts that you hate us, bro, and you don't got no solution. I digress.
Now,
Shit.
would you put a pause in your mouth because you don't know me? I don't hate anyone. I'm getting sick and tired of you trying to project stuff on me and think you're going to trigger me. You don't need to speak for me.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. You trigger me, my
and
nigga.
either
Let me know
listen.
how I feel.
We obviously know you don't give a
That's
fuck.
all I'm
You
saying, bro.
are self-hating.
to
It
debate
is
with you for
obvious
real.
in your
One mic,
behavior
Ru.
that
One
you
mic, Ru.
disrespect this lady's platform, and you think you're going to disrespect me, but you're not. I said very simply, and it was not targeting you or any individual. I said a person claiming to be black, allowing themselves to be defined as black. You will then live a black existence. That is not expressing a personal hate towards anyone or any group. I am asking a question. If a
Okay, I'm gonna
black
answer this question.
existent, I'm not
Any
even
of you
directing
people up
it
here
at you
that
anymore.
claim
I'm not
Wait a minute,
speaking
Ru.
to you. I was discussing with the
Wait a
rest
minute.
of the panel
Nobody
that
up
you
here
disrespect. So I'm again posing the question to others than you. If the black condition is the problem, then we need to analyze that, not just attack the black ignorant individuals who are selling dope and poison to other defeated black individuals because of their oppression. That is the argument. That is the narrative that is proposed about the underground economy and so-called poverty in the black community. Now, if we're not going to address that and keep throwing slurs and personal insults, which you have a habit of doing, that still is not addressing the facts.
Okay. All right. So I want Bright Mo Deezy to go ahead and answer that question. And I want Root Word to just breathe for a little bit. And then I'm going to let you get it again after Straight Smoke. Okay? Just breathe for a little bit, hon. Go ahead, Bright Mo.
So from the 80s to the 2000s, because we're not just gonna put like it's just been Meech. So from the 80s to the 2000s, I remember this whole war on drugs, which is a war on niggas, really. That was whole concept. That was all made from the government because once you don't have jobs, you're gonna go to crime and everything. You're gonna do whatever the best thing you can do to make money. One thing about us, we don't just sell drugs. Not as in just, as in putting myself in the category, but we don't just sell drugs to our own community. A lot of those drugs are starting to go outside to others' community, and that's when it became a problem for the system, and they didn't pretty much like that. They didn't want the drugs outside of our community. So we got to pay attention to it the whole way around. When it comes to people like Meech, those drugs wasn't just in his community. Those drugs was across the Americas. And if you look at the communities of today, and if you, like I keep saying, if y'all walk around, y'all see the people. I see more white people on drugs than I see niggas in Arizona. Surprise.
Agreed.
Okay,
so when a lot of stuff becomes a problem when it's not just targeting us. When those people, other people get to fall into, then we start seeing that, it's a big picture. You feel me? It's we get to see the whole thing. I do agree with you with Alabama, but I agree with Root Word too. You feel me? We gotta just look at it on both sides. Then you, like Sister Betty keeps saying, we gotta. Michi snitched on his people. If y'all didn't pay attention, there was a whole damn documenting fucking TV show about him. You feel me? So the cat is out of the bag. You feel me? It's the mindset that we're trying to reach. That business mindset. If we can get our brothers, our young brothers, my age, younger, to understand, you feel me, it's more in life than just drugs, selling drugs. See, we don't like y'all said earlier, we not
That's
trying
my
to
point,
sweat.
Bravo. I asked that. How are you going to recruit and change the mindset of the current potential Meeches? Cook with it, brother.
It's gonna take people around my age because honestly they gave up on y'all because they feel that y'all gave up on them a long time ago. So it's gonna take people my age to show them like, hey man, it's cool doing the 9 to 5. You got rappers now that's a little younger than me that's letting it's on their music. You feel me? The guy that do the 9 to 5, he the one that lives. He the one that see his grandkids. Just from a rapper that done made multiple tracks about killing and this and that. You feel me? So it's the mindset that's changing. Y'all just gotta pay attention to y'all generations that's up under y'all. It's changing because of people like all of us that's on the internet. They are listening. You feel me? So the mindset is definitely changing, but I do have to put a lot of pressure on my generation, 80s, late 80s to early 90s. It's time for us to really start showing the youth that is more out here, than what we thought. You feel me? I do blame Michi for um, making it seem that the fast money was the way to go. The 9 to 5 wasn't the way to go. But to blow up that big like he did, you got to have government assistance. So it's a whole thing behind everything. You feel me? It's just we want that business mindset. So I understand the whole thing, and like I said, it's just a lot of
Bravo.
pressure on my people. Yeah.
When Sister Bethy asked, where is the bloodline of this warrior spirit today in this generation? What do you suggest? Not just whether they're slanging on the corner. What person and character of person do need to be stressed for people to understand this is the warrior spirit of this generation? You feel what I'm saying?
The spirit in my eyes, from what I've been looking at history, from as far as we can been going back in this community and what I done studied, the spirit is not that warrior spirit is in this next generation that is coming up. I don't really want to say it over the net like that, but when you got a group of we're just gonna say under 18, the youth, they don't fear nothing. And when I was coming up, it was a no, don't do drugs, but we still out here doing whatever. Nowadays they doing drugs. They just don't fear nothing. They ain't worried about death. They ain't worried about life. You feel me? They just out here.
And it's always been like that though. That the warrior class has always been the niggas. It's just that simple. It ain't nobody else. I mean, when it comes to the riots, when it comes to sending them to the police, flipping out on everybody, it's only been niggas and the women that love them. I digress.
So my thing is this. Let me get it for a minute, y'all. Somebody got a mute. They got bad background. My whole point is, okay, Meech is my age. He's my era. He's my era, indeed. My whole thing is I want to take the business mind of Meech and work with it. That's what we need. It's going to be his mindset, minus the drugs. I'm not looking to start up a new cartel. It's his ability to be able to reach across the states. I just thought that was phenomenal, even though it was, wasn't for the betterment of the people. But somebody with that type of reputation is so valuable to our people. And it's going to take somebody, it's going to take somebody with that mindset to start our people back into opening up their businesses and taking our communities back in a positive way. That's all I'm saying. And we don't need, right, we don't need the government to intervene. I think we work better. Oh, somebody got a loud. I think as a people, we work better together without government involvement when it comes to planning and organizing positively. And I don't believe that Big Meech, after doing how many years he been in there now? About 20, maybe 30 years. I don't think he wants to come out and go back in the rabbit hole again. I think and believe that that man would really come out and want to do something positive. But that's the part when it comes to this government. They don't allow our brothers a second chance. So on that note, I want to step in and be the one to give them that second chance and let them know it's possible. We can do this. So somebody else.
That's what we need. That's
But you
what
don't
they need.
understand, like in the prohibition days, all these so-called Europeans was the first drug dealers, but everybody understood it wasn't a crime.
Doing a lot of positive stuff though. That's why they took him down, because all the good stuff he been doing, they didn't really care about the drugs.
And
I
that's
don't care
what
what
he
anybody
really
say like
wanted to
drugs.
do.
If y'all say that's bad though, there's always been self-indulgent in here. People are always going to self-indulge and shit.
But wasn't the
Yeah, we
Black
got that.
Panther
But our
Party
people is the
targeted
people
in
that
the same way?
get taken out like for 10 years in life when we self-indulge in something. Like we get rape time and murder time. So you can't blame it on the drug. You got to blame it in our economy. You got to blame it on y'all miscalculating currency. Like I don't understand. Americans made off of drugs and alcohol. If y'all kill your race with the alcohol and drug thing, your race ain't shit.
We get that. We get that root word.
So the only thing is the least is the say, hey man, why don't you let these niggas out of jail and quit motherfucking pressuring these laws? So if you get caught with an ounce of dope, you go to jail for rape time or murder time. That should be real. Like the fuck Big Meech gonna do right now if he get out?
We get it. And I get it. Root word. I do. I really, really want to help do positive things with them, because you know what? In the beginning, based on his interview and his life story, he wanted to just get money up to get from over the hump. But then it got good because it didn't stop. He originally wanted to stop. Okay, we got this business built up. Now let's stop. And he couldn't stop. So
Sister Bethy, the reason why you can't stop, the reason why you can't stop when you get to a certain point is because of when, like I said, you taking care of families. Detroit didn't have the government looking out for them. So when you got a person that got people coming in your neighborhood cutting the empty lots, you feel me, cleaning up the neighborhood, you like, you know, making sure auntie and them got food in their fridge, you know, every time she see one of them.
But the government supported the volume of drugs being transported, just like with Freeway Ricky Ross.
That I do agree with.
When you start doing too much of that positiveness that you just described, that's when you get took out. You get a bullet in the dome, or you get behind bars for life.
Okay, but we're not talking about doing that. So I want to move.
No, I'm not saying you're talking about doing that, Queen Mother. I'm saying this is the reason when the volume gets up, as long as you stay under the radar, as long as you're feeding only off of your own, when you get volume, like the other brother said earlier today, it's now going to other communities outside of the so-called Black community. Then if you start cleaning up the community with projects like the Black Panther Party, oh no, we got to take him out and replace him with someone who's either less intelligent or does as they're instructed.
Okay, so what
that's what I'm saying.
That happened back in that time. Okay, how long ago was that movement? We're talking damn near 60 years. So
no, we're talking about the 80s and the 90s when we're talking about Cocaine Cowboys and Freeway Ricky Ross.
All right, so okay, so I'm off. It's 40 years or 40 years. It's been 40 years. I don't want to let that be something that's going to stop us from rebuilding our community. I don't care about that. That's the kind of shit that I don't want to hear.
Facts.
I don't. I don't care to hear about shit that happened, 40 years ago when a brown guy steps up to want to do something positive in his community. I want to work with the brown guy that wants to do something positive in his community. And guess what? If we both get bullets in our fucking head, at least we didn't go out without a bang. That's where I'm at right now. And I'm willing to work with my brothers who are not given a second chance. And this is the part where the brown guy in the suit can't stand my black ass because I don't want to stay and work with them. I want to work with my brothers who have been ignored and trodden down and punished for life. That's who I want to work with. And you know what? And when I work with them, I feel I'm going to get a better feeling of a great job done. I get a better vibe and a better, I feel more appreciated when I help my own people.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give it a shot. The motherfuckers that don't want to give it a shot, here's how I feel about them. They can just fucking drop dead and never come back alive again.
So,
because if we don't start it in our community and help them, who else is going to help them?
Sister Bethy.
Yes, sir. Y'all got it.
And that's exactly why I've been humbled enough to watch you throughout the years and the things that you've been doing and sitting back and doing exactly what you said. I'm not sitting on my hands waiting for someone else to teach. Like I said, my people, age group from 25 to 35, that had a rough life. I'm teaching them that you can still go get a 9-to-5. I'm showing them how to fill out applications. I'm the guy that's telling them when they ask you if you African American or if you anything, click other. Don't check that. Click other. Don't check that. Let them pull you in that office to see your face. Don't tell them your ethnicity.
Our sons, if we don't show our sons that have felonies that are willing to change and want to open up a business without selling drugs, if we don't step in and help them as people who have been working, a civil life, if we don't help them, who else is going to help them? Are we to say, fuck them niggas? Are we to say have that attitude? That's my question. No. Are we to have that attitude? Well, this is the problem that I've been dealing with for a very long time. Do I really have to say, no, fuck that nigga? He been in jail. He did 20 years. Niggas fucked up the community. Am I supposed to say, oh, you're right. Oh, fuck him. Forget him. Don't help that
motherfucker. Them businessmen from the early 2000s, Sister Betty, they are coming home.
Am I supposed to have that attitude when they come to me and say, yo, Sister Bethy, could you help me out with this? Am I supposed to say, oh, no, nigga, fuck that. You fuck the community up. Now you all out of jail, all up in my face and shit. Am I supposed to have that attitude? Or am I supposed to just not judge him by his past, not live in his past, and just help him transition?
Can I say something? Can I say something, Chief? So you know that certainly. I have you know what I do, and this summer I hired a brother. He said, "Man, listen, I want XYZ. I want to learn." I said, "Okay," and he came first week. He came. He was on point. We knocked out some stuff. I'm showing him how to do drywall. I'm showing him how to, measure for inside cuts. All this stuff, and I'm showing him. And one of the things that he always kept talking about was what he did in the past. And I told him, we went into a customer's house, and it was another brother. The customer was a brother, and we went into the customer's house, and he in there we talking, and then I heard what he said. So when he came up to where we were in the area we was working at, I said, "Man, listen, bro, All they want to know is, are you going to be able to do what you say you're going to do and get in and get out they resident, out their place. All that, what you did in the past ain't got nothing to do with what we're doing today. You need to stop telling people that. You see what I'm saying? So I told him on multiple occasions, like, bro, you don't have to tell nobody what you did. You done paid your cost to the government. You done paid your cost to society. You trying to do something different. You trying to change what you've done, but you ain't got to keep repeating and revisiting, that you did X, Y, Z. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you want to help the brothers, like I said, I did. I'm talking about me, but in the same mind time that you got to help change that thought pattern. Like, oh, I got a F tat, and I did a bid and blah 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? It's a mindset.
A mindset, yes, sir. I understand exactly what you're saying, because he's giving up his personal information, and we're here to do business, bro. They don't want to hear about your background.
No, you don't have to tell nobody that. I mean, and I'm like, bro, we in. I got an account that I work on, man. I got damn near 90 pieces of property that I maintenance. So I can't, every time you go in and you see one of us in there, you ain't got to drop your past, because your past ain't important. What's important is that we get this paint on, get this wall fixed, get this paint on this wall, get this thing hung, whatever we doing. That's the thing. You got to change that mindset. So our own, what I'm saying to y'all is, the man, if he has to change his mindset. He ain't got to talk about what he did, because that's in the past. You done did your time. You done paid your cost. It's in the past. Let's move forward. Let's get to the next point.
So curious one.
Yeah, brother.
If I could say this to you real quick, I don't mean to jump into what you're saying. You're absolutely correct. Because what I'm doing now is I'm not going to call you as a black man. I'm not going to call you a nigga no more. That is derogatory. I am not addressing you as a man or any of my women in that fashion. That is derogatory. It is demeaning, and that is the most wickedest thing.
That's not right, bro. Nigga mean niggas, my brother. Niggas come from motherfucking the Abyssinian Empire, which means king. It's the niggas. It's the niggas, not Gusa, my brother.
But we ain't saying
See,
that.
that's the
But
problem.
it's not
We're
saying
judging each other. Let a nigga be a nigga.
He's coming with some
Man,
more
I digress, man.
Bruh.
Jeez, it's called the niggas Nagasa.
But I
So
think,
what's up, my nigga?
I think you're taking it a little different root word. What he
No,
wants
he
to
picking,
do,
I think.
oh, he's just picking.
Yeah, I
But
think
anyway, you guys,
Right.
right. Hey, y'all, listen.
That's what he doing.
We've been
That's
out
what
for
he doing.
3 hours. I love to continue this conversation in a part 2. I'm gonna come at it another way. With my different lives. I choose to do my lives at the last minute now, because you got people, and Dane warned me about this, copying your fucking content. So I really enjoyed this dialogue. I'm glad that we have people with mature minds that understand where I'm coming from. We're all not going to ever agree. That's a
Nope.
fact.
And it's
We're
okay.
not.
It's
Right.
okay,
And
though.
it's okay.
It's okay.
But I'm glad I had 100 and something people in here, and we all didn't agree, but we understand. And that's the whole thing. It's not a segment to downgrade. It's a segment to uplift, and we need to talk about these things. I know our people want our own government, and we should have it. We should, but right now we don't have one that we can honestly pull out and go under. We don't. And me personally, I'm not ready to just live off the land. I'm not ready to adjust to that lifestyle, right? I can't right now. I can't. So all I'm saying is, if there's going to be someone out there that's going to build the government, then we have many governments to choose from. But right now, there's just none established at this point that I feel comfortable with pulling away from this one and going into another one that's supposedly established. There's not one out there at this point for me. So whoever's going to build a government for our community, for our people, I say build it. I would never deter you from not building it. So I love y'all. And
Can
go
I
ahead,
just say
Curtis.
one thing? Hey, brother, Root Word. It's one thing, bro. Root Word is one thing I do agree with you. Bro, Root Word is one thing.
Let you get 30 seconds land the plane. I apologize for calling you a name, but I'm glad Sister Becky said we do disagree on things. But I shouldn't have called you no names. I would have did it in your face. And I'm glad this conversation was a great build. And I don't hate you.
Hey, bro, Root Word. I do agree with you.
I digress, and I hope everybody have a good night.
Bro, Root Word, I do agree with you on one thing that you said, and it was very, very powerful. Every substance that is sold, beer, cigarettes, whatever it is, that's the same thing as selling drugs, man. And I do agree with you on that, my brother. Even GMO foods, even sugar. That's the number one thing that all Americans is addicted to, something sweet. Sugar. And so I do agree with you, my brother, and thank you for hearing me out. I do appreciate you.
I hate that I always call Alabama a name, even though